if you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. Well, I can call you Betty, and Betty you can call me. You can call me Al. Call me Al.
Can you hear me?
Yeah! Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can't hear nobody.
Shit.
What the fuck? I can't hear nobody.
Shit. Damn it. Oh man. So now you can't hear us.
We're
but
doing this on the fly. Cheap ass headphones.
Yeah.
Unplugging headphones.
Try unplug the headphones.
Oh, hold on. We got to turn it back on, maybe.
All right.
We're
Reach it out, everybody. He says, try unplugging the headphones. Try unplugging the headphones, he says. All right, let's see. This is awesome. Oh!
Can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can anyone hear me in this freaking thing?
We can hear you.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
We're in.
Oh,
We're in. Hold on. We got you.
God.
We're good.
You were good with the headphones, though.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Wait, he can't hear me now.
All right. We did it.
Fuck.
We got the old school freaking headphones. What's up, world? We got freaking 500 people in here. What the hell?
This is crazy. And if it's sharing your Twitter, it's going to be even more. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. I think it did. I think it went on your Twitter. So we're good. Yeah, call me out. Perfect. This is amazing.
Oh, man. Whoa.
I saved this piece until you got here, but I think they need to hear a little "Call Me Al."
I need to hear a little "Call Me Al."
You want to hear some "Call Me Al"? You ready?
Ariel, we're in. Hold on. Where's Ariel? We're in. Can I text him? Am I gonna get kicked off if I text him?
I invited him in.
I'm in.
So, he said, "Oh, hey." So you're getting all kinds of questions here. I think they need to hear the song first. Do you think they need to hear the song?
Get it on. He's back. Ariel Helwani is back.
All right, Ariel, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
So if you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. Well, I can call you Betty, and Betty you can call me. You can call me Al. Call me Al.
Yes. Welcome to the Call Me Al podcast.
Oh, man.
With Al,
made it.
The man, the myth, the legend, Long Island sweetheart, the world's most dangerous real estate agent.
Oh, man. I almost had to find a new house. I almost wrecked this place trying to get this technology. This technology is never easy. It's supposed to be technology is supposed to make the world easier, but now they got to do this. You got the app, the Google, and freaking Chrome. Oh, my God.
All right, listen. The founder of Happs.
My heart's palpitating. We got it. Guys, calm me down.
I'm bringing someone real quick. He wants to apologize. Okay, so you got try to be nice. All right, you ready? I'm bringing him in right now. This is Peter from Happs.
Hey guys, how you doing? So sorry. Glad you guys got here. Yes, I'm not the founder of Happs, but I'm head of community here.
Sorry.
And I'm glad you didn't break your phone. Just gotta say, we got you here. Thanks to everyone for their patience. We sorted it out, but happy to give you a more thorough orientation to this. We just got $5 million in funding like a couple weeks ago to basically make this about 100 times easier. So it's coming, but we are in beta.
Listen, if you want to say thank you, make a sports category. I'm going to leave it at that.
Right on.
You're all right. You're the man. Thank you, Peter.
I'll get out of your way, guys. Have a good one. Cheers.
All right. Thank you, man.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay. So, dude, we got people that want to come in. I invited Ariel. He's here. Let's see if this is Ariel. Are you ready? Ariel, can you hear me? I brought you in. I don't see a camera. I don't hear any sound. I wonder if this is really Ariel.
No, it's him. I texted him. It's him. You got to get him in.
It is him. All right. This is amazing. Amazing. If he comes on and says hello. No, now. Come on now. This is the real Ariel Helwani. People doubt that it's really him. I believe that it is him. All right. So apparently he's having the same sort of difficulties. Al, are you still with me?
Oh,
All
I'm
right.
here, man. I was just texting Ariel.
All right.
He said, can he not join via phone? Yeah, let's get him in on the phone.
Text. Well, I don't know. Shoot. Ariel, send me a DM on the IaquintaRealty account, and I will call you on the phone. How about that?
Hold on. Let me.
If you can still hear me, let me find that, and I can call him via telephone. Whoop. Okay.
Ariel, we're getting you in, buddy.
Oh, okay, got it. All right, Ariel, stay tuned. All right, I'm gonna get this out of here. Ariel Helwani on now. Spread it on everywhere. All right.
This NotoriusStylebender, this guy's pissing me off.
Yo.
Ariel Helwani.
What kind of jabroni, what kind of low rent situation is this? I take time out of my busy day signing 8-figure deals left and right, and I have to sit through the freaking first ever episode of what is going to eventually become the #1 podcast in the space. I finally get to put a face to the name of one of the most annoying Twitter accounts in the history of Twitter accounts. I mean, this guy, know your role and shut your mouth, Aaron. Enough with the DMs, enough bothering me. You got independent Helwani here, baby. This ain't your old Ariel Helwani. I'll let you know right now.
Wow, who's raging here?
I'm raging.
Raging Ariel.
I've been on the receiving end of enough Raging Al promos. It's time for me to take over. Now, you guys can't see me.
Break something, you won't.
Damn.
You guys hear an echo too? I could fight through it because I'm a professional broadcaster, but do you guys hear an echo when I speak?
No, you sound perfect. So what'll come out recorded, I'm not sure where the echo is with you, but it will come out perfect. It will come out a perfect recording.
Well, you are not what I thought you looked like, Aaron. I mean, this has totally broken the fourth wall for me. I mean, I can't believe I'm actually looking at you. It's a nice backdrop.
Thank you.
Al Iaquinta, top 5 greatest human beings in the history of mixed martial arts. He tells me to come on his show. I interrupt my vacation, and I say, family, stand aside.
I can't thank you enough, Ariel.
Helwani.
Anything for you. I'll run to Long Beach right now from Canada for you, Al.
You are the man. Let's go. Let's go.
So
now your roommate or your ex-roommate there, Aljo, he needs to learn a little bit of a lesson, okay? Let's not get into that, all right?
Oh, no. Hold on. Let's get into it.
It just got real.
We're going right for it.
Talk about a guy who forgot where he came from. Talk about a guy who forgot the people that propped him up when he was just working up, when he was just a young gun in the embryonic stages. All of a sudden, he tastes gold and he forgets about the people who put him on our show. You know, when he was 2-1, when he was signing deals with ROC. Don't forget where you came from, Aljo. Look at Al.
He didn't forget. We're bringing him back. He's back in Long Island tomorrow. We're going to Georgia with Marab. We're leaving on Sunday. Marab got us hooked up with. The 3 of us are going over there, and we are. I couldn't be happier. Marab's been telling us since we met him. Oh, you got to come to Georgia. You got to come to Georgia, and we're finally making it happen. We're gonna go for like a week. We're gonna hang out. I honestly don't even know. Which
part? Atlanta, Macon, Fulton County. Which part are we talking about?
The Republic.
None of that low rent real estate.
The Republic of Georgia. I don't know what goes on over there, but a bunch of mountains and horses. Beaches? I don't know. We're gonna check it out. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, it's gonna be.
Do me a favor, Al. If he tries to get you to jump into any kind of lake, all right, don't go head first.
No, that's true. I don't know. He's a different breed of human being. Did you see that? He just jumped up and he's fine, running around. Went back the next day for a rematch, beat up the lake. Crazy.
Unbelievable.
Legend.
Ariel, I'm so glad that the MMA Hour is back.
Yes.
How about that?
Back in your life.
The show of shows, the institution, the show that they tried to shut down, the show that they tried to bring other people to sit in my chair. There's only one Heelwani, Iaquinta, and he's coming back to his throne. You hear what I'm saying?
I love it, man. I love it. That's the one thing I love about you, Ariel. You don't take shit from nobody. Nobody.
That's right. They think I'm some kind of puny Canadian. They have no idea what's running through this body. They have no idea about this Middle Eastern blood that I possess.
Wow.
They have no clue. The Helwani that you've seen in front of you for the past 12 years, that man is dead.
Whoa.
There's a new Helwani in front of you. His name is independent Helwani, unfiltered Helwani, Heelwani, El Nariz. You understand, guys?
El Narizón.
Viva la revolución.
Let's go.
Heelwani. What did you think I was?
Heelwani.
By the way, like you're all saying this is. You think I was like some
first
kid?
of all, you didn't even think I was actually here.
No, I
thought
didn't.
It was a fake Helwani. How dare you? You think a fake Helwani would show up here? First of all, Al cut me a real nice check to show up to this little shindig. I just want to let you guys know. The guy's
big money.
Real estate.
Nice. No, that's where all the money's at right now. Real estate.
Al, we miss you.
We do miss you.
We're working on it, Ariel. Every day we're getting a little bit better. We're getting a little bit stronger. We're trying to go down to Bioaccelerator down in Colombia. Get shot up with 5 million stem cells. And we'll see, man. We'll see. The lightweight division is crazy right now. Crazy. Did you see Makhachev he wants to fight? Doesn't he? He's got to fight, and he's talking about fighting Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, he fights Saturday.
I just saw an interview. He's talking about fighting Tony Ferguson. I think that's a better fight for me, Tony Ferguson. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, obviously he's trying to plant the seed for the next one, and there's the rivalry there with Khabib, so it makes sense. But, let's get by Thiago Moises first. That guy, not a household name, but a tough out. You got to respect the guy in front of you, just 2 days away. But him versus Ferguson would be good. I don't think, if I'm Tony Ferguson's manager, I don't think I want that fight right now. I want Tony to work his way up. Makhachev is tough.
Yeah, work his way up. There's a guy named Iaquinta who's on a 2-fight losing streak. He needs to get back in there. You know what I mean?
Wait, are you
Makhachev.
Iaquinta El Kukui or Iaquinta Makhachev?
Iaquinta, both of them. But okay. I think Tony Ferguson, I think that's the more reasonable fight right now,
Yeah, well, we forget. Al Iaquinta fought Khabib Nurmagomedov in 25 minutes, went a full 5 rounds on 23 hours notice, all right? So Islam Makhachev will be a walk in the park for you with a full camp. You know what I'm saying?
Personally, I thought Al was robbed in that fight, but whatever.
Yeah, I was freaking robbed. That was bullshit. I won all 5 rounds. They freaking, I don't know what the judges were looking at. It was nonsense.
Ridiculous.
How many people have gone the distance with Khabib since then?
A whole lot of 0. So no one's gone 5. I don't know. I feel weird like bragging about that because it's still like
you brag.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
You brag.
I wish you. Yeah, I did the best I could. What are you gonna do? That's all you can do is the best you can. You know. So
what I love about you, Al, no matter what, you always make time for us in the media. You always make time for the fans. You came on my show with the purple robe the Monday after, probably the craziest weekend of your life. Would you say that was the craziest weekend of your professional life?
Yeah, if anything is crazier than that, I don't know. That was like I slept like 2 hours that whole thing. Adrenaline was just carrying me through. The bus incident, the bus thing happens, then the weigh-ins, Holloway's out. They tell me I'm in. I had to call. I get an extra cornerman. I'm calling up Pat DeFranco. Pat, can you get in my corner? Drives all the way from Long Island to Brooklyn. Last minute, we got last minute corner. We're putting things together. It was a wild ride. We were signing contracts in the back before the press conference. Right before the weigh-ins, really. After the weigh-ins, the press conference was like right then and there. That was wild series of events. I don't think there's good. I mean, is there going to be a crazier series of events in any weekend of MMA? I don't think so. That was wild. And
the only thing crazier would have been if he threw a real estate sign through that bus instead of a dolly.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
I don't need to take this over.
It's all right.
Ariel, take it over, man. I just want to be like half like you, on this podcast thing.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet? Tell us the story behind the story.
Story behind the story was I like to mess around with some Twitter accounts here and there, like some parody MMA accounts. And so I heard Al on
Wait,
TV.
you have multiple accounts?
I do.
What are the others?
It's Dana Unleashed, which I don't really do much with anymore, and then Not Coker, where I just kind of make fun of.
Oh, you're Not Coker?
Yeah.
I had no idea. That's a legendary one. Am I crazy for thinking that Not Coker was the first?
No, Dana Unleashed, but Dana never does anything on Twitter anymore, so it's not so fun. It was funner when he did stuff, but no, Not Coker's like the Bob Newhart, I think, of Twitter accounts. It's just a real dry sense of humor. And then, of course, my boring verified account, but nobody cares about that anymore. They just care about real estate.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what happened?
So then what happened was he's like, sends me a message. I thought I was stealing something with this real estate account. I thought if I didn't make it, like within the next 10 minutes, it was going to be somebody else's idea. So I start tweeting at some of Al's nemesis, if you will. I think it was Kajan Johnson at the time. He had a little issue with the water gun incident in the UFC retreat. And then next thing I know, I get this DM from Iaquinta himself. And he says, "Hey, Raging Al, that backdrop you have has my actual phone number. Can you change it?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, man, I'm so sorry." And then he sends me another message that says, "If Ariel Helwani contacts you, tell him that you're really him, that I'm really Al Iaquinta." And
Come on now.
And I'm like, okay. And then the next thing I know, you're doing an interview with him at his parents' beach, Long Island house. Yes. And you're asking him about the real estate account, and he wasn't quite sure what you were getting at. And then again, on the MMA Hour, you're asking him about it. And he basically, he played along. He's like, you're like, you never tweet on your real account anymore. You tweet on the real estate account. That's where the action's at. And then I was like, I still have the sound bites on my computer actually, but it was just hilarious. And so we just kind of gone back and forth here throughout the years. It's been about 4 years now. And, we may collaborate on going after a few people here and there. Maybe some people in the mixed martial arts world, maybe Dillon Danis, maybe not. And
that's the worst. It can be the worst guy.
Annoying person on social. Like anytime I go to a sports center, ESPN MMA, no matter what time it is, if it's something related to like, a person who might be famous, a Floyd or whatever, there he is with a stupid comment. Khabib, it's just like every time, Dillon, enough already. Read the room. You can't comment on anything I say until you fight again. I either accept the fact that you're just a professional Instagram commenter or fight again. Leave us alone. I mean, it's enough.
That guy's not fighting anybody. Who's the guy he's fought? Nobody in the Bellator. I almost fought him I almost got him one night. We were out in the city. This was like a couple months ago, and we were going to some after hours spot, and he was waiting online. I guess he couldn't get in. So I was walking up with my buddy Emilio's Bellato, and he came up to me trying to be cool. I think he saw that we were getting in, and he wanted to like come in with me. I was like, dude, I saw him when I got out of the Uber, and I was like, oh my God, I'm just gonna beeline right in. I don't want to see this guy. I'm just walking straight in, and there was people online waiting to talk to the bouncer. So I had to stop, and that gave him a chance to come and approach me. And I was like, listen, dude, you talk shit online, just leave it. Just do your thing. I'm going to do my thing. He goes, oh, what are you going to go on with Emilio, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah. And then he got confrontational, and he goes, oh, let's go. I go, bro, let's go right now. I'll fight you right now. And, of course, he had like a bunch of guys with him. They broke it up. They got in between us, and he was still jabbing, talking shit as we were walking away. Ended up walking around the block, came back, got in. He was gone. We had a great night, probably one of the best nights I've ever had. And he almost ruined it, but we didn't let him. He would have got his freaking clock cleaned that night. Cleaned. I was having such a good night. I was having the best night ever. And then I see this freaking guy. I was like, this guy is not freaking ruining it. Not happening. Oh.
Did you have respect for him pre-Twitter commenter, like East Coast guy, Marcelo Garcia? Did you ever cross paths with him?
No, I don't really know much about him. I don't know who he is. I really just know that he was a jiu-jitsu guy that trained Conor. And then that was my introduction to him. I didn't know him on the jiu-jitsu scene. I'm not like I don't really follow the jiu-jitsu scene like that. But yeah, no, that's how I know him. I know him as like Conor's training partner who just talks a lot of shit. He didn't fight anybody. He doesn't fight nobody. So,
you think he'll ever fight anybody in mixed martial arts that Scott Coker doesn't find in an Arby's parking lot?
Doubtful. Very doubtful. You know? But yeah, I don't think he's fighting anybody. I don't think he's fighting anybody anytime soon. Ariel, what'd you think of a fight this weekend, my man?
Ooh.
Which one? The Greg Hardy versus Tai Tuivasa fight?
Yeah.
I've never seen
how
another again.
Freaking cool is Tai Tuivasa? He's
the freaking coolest man.
He's the best guy in the world. He was so close to getting. He got hit pretty hard. I think Hardy had that fight. He was looking good. He had him hurt, and then one shot changed the whole thing. One shot, you could be looking like a bad night. One punch from Tai Tuivasa, you're doing shoeys on top of the cage. Incredible. I love the shoey.
Stone cold.
Would you do a shoey?
Tai Tuivasa.
Would you do a shoey?
We used to, when I was like freaking, shout out to Tim Murray. I wonder if Tim Murray is here. Ricky McLean. We used to do shoeys when I was like 17 years old. Not so much. I think I did like one, but they would do them every weekend. They would do them all the time. Then Tai Tuivasa starts doing it. I was like, we used to do this at Minnesota's in Long Beach all the time. And, I wasn't a big shoey guy. I think I did maybe one. And I was like, all right, that was it. I did it. That's it. If I would do a shoey with Tai Tuivasa, though. Ariel, would you do a shoey with Tai Tuivasa?
No.
Never.
You can't.
If he was,
you can't pay me enough money in the world.
If he becomes the number one pound for pound fighter in the whole world, and he wants you to do a shoey with him, you're not going to do a shoey with Tai Tuivasa, the number one at this time. Fast forward like 2 years from now, he's like Lamborghini. He's like Tai Tui McGregor. He's got like Lamborghinis, mansions. You guys find yourselves in Australia somewhere, and he's showing you around. There's like a bunch of women all over the place, and they're like, Ariel, do a shoey. You're not going to do a shoey?
Not even close. I walk away. I mean, I thought you were going to go, if he's the number one fighter in the world and he's so famous and all this stuff, and he says, I'll only do an interview with you if you do the shoey. Am I doing it? Absolutely not. I have some self-respect.
Wow.
I mean, come on. It's the most.
Ariel, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen?
I'm a germaphobe. I don't want. It's disgusting.
I think it's good. It's good for you. You do a little shoey. It builds the immunity. It builds it up. I'm guaranteeing Tai Tuivasa didn't get COVID because he does shoeys. Guaranteed.
Listen to me. It's one thing to do it with your own shoe, okay? That's one thing. But he never even does it with his own shoe. He's doing it with some random schmo's shoe. What the heck? I mean, and then you try to, you try to trust people. You try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And what do? They put freaking hot sauce in it too. I mean, that's disgusting.
I think it was Dustin's hot sauce, to be fair.
Great.
Yeah.
It's great hot sauce, by the way. I've had it.
I haven't. I'm going to have to.
I haven't had it. I've got to give it a shot.
I think there was a bunch of Long Island guys standing over me. I'd probably give into the peer pressure and do a shoey.
Yeah, there we go. We'd get Ariel. Ariel, you come down to Minnesota. They got me to do a shoey. I wasn't a big shoey guy, Crazy. But fuck it, why not? Give us shoey. The CDC says one shoey a year, and you don't get COVID.
Ariel, what was worse for you to watch, the shoey or Conor breaking his leg?
No, I mean, of course, the shoey's fun. I did feel bad for him when he said that it was hot sauce in the second one. You could see on his face it was pretty gross. I thought the shoey was hilarious. It was like Stone Cold Steve Austin sitting at the top of the thing there. and they throw it to him. Like, he's done the Shooey before around the cage, but he's never done it, like this. So I thought it was amazing. The Conor thing was gruesome. It was hard to watch.
Yeah.
Who wants to see that? So, of course, the Conor thing. The Conor thing was crazy because you guys still hear me or no?
Yeah, we hear you perfect.
Oh yeah, we got you, man.
Okay. Okay. I realize why there was an echo. It's because the app was on at the same time. I'm such an idiot. I kept the app open. The Conor thing was tough because he was there and he's trash talking and he's on the ground, but he can't move. It was almost like the end of a movie where Dustin and his wife are kind of rotting off and he's there yelling, but he can't move. It felt like some sort of like action movie where the bad guy in this particular case is trying to exact revenge, but he can't move. I feel like this happened in some sort of movie. You know what I mean? Like, it was such a bizarre, unique thing where how rare is it in MMA? There's usually two guys. We've obviously seen two guys not like each other after a fight and say things to each other. We've seen that a bunch of times. But where the one guy is on the ground and he can't move and is still, going at it was just almost surreal, if I'm being honest. It was very strange to watch that whole thing unfold.
It was super strange.
And by the way, I just want to add, I'm not making any excuses for him at all. Like, the stuff about the wife, I mean, I don't feel comfortable about any of that, honestly. But it would be nice if they went back to their old rule of not talking. Like, could you imagine the pain that he was in that moment? He was probably delirious, or guys getting knocked out. Why do we have to interview them in that spot? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't either.
There's more important things in life. You know what I mean? Like, you're talking about what you're going to kill somebody. It's like, dude, you got all the money in the world. Why don't you go back, put the, get your leg fixed. There's more important things. That was just crazy. Like, what are you going to do on the ground with your leg in half? You're not going to do anything. It was crazy.
Well, that's why I felt like he was almost like a little delirious. I mean, that couldn't have felt good, but I don't disagree with anything that you said. And honestly, it was a departure. Like, for everything that you could say about Conor, when he lost to Nate, he handled it very well. Like, he was very, he was very humble. He showed up to the press conference. This is all a departure from the Conor. Like, he's done stuff crazy in the lead up, but the loss to Nate, I thought, he handled that very well. The loss to Floyd, of course, the Khabib thing. The brawl wasn't started by him. Remember, it was started by Khabib. So this was a departure, and I think I said it to DC Saturday morning, or maybe it was Friday night. Remember, early in his career in the UFC, he always used to say, like, at the weigh-in, like, there is no opponent, it's just a figure and all that stuff. This time, he was so emotional, it was so personal about the charity and everything at the weigh-in. You remember, he was yelling at him, and it just kind of all felt like a departure from the guy who was able to, like that, talking about his wife and all that stuff. But I thought Dustin looked like $1 million, and I hope he gets a ton of sponsors out of that and makes a ton of money. And I'm not just talking about crypto companies that they put on your shirt for free. I'm talking about like actual sponsors that go to your bank account, because he deserves it.
He couldn't have handled himself better in the lead up. Fought incredibly in the fight, and then afterwards, incredible. Yeah, I don't know. Conor doesn't. I don't know if he's started to make excuses now with everything. He's like, I already had a broken. I just saw ESPN posted a little thing. He's scooting down. He's scooting down the street, and he's going. I had stress fractures in my leg going into the fight because I was sparring without shin guards on, and I'm like, dude, whose fault is that? Dustin had shin guards on, right? He in the lead up to the fight, he didn't go in with injuries because he trains. He's like always an excuse now. That's not good. If you when he didn't have excuses, even with the Khabib fight, he made excuses. The Diaz one, I don't think he made too many excuses, but this one is just excuse after excuse after excuse. Jesus, not a good look, especially from your scooter down the street. I don't know.
Jeez.
Oh my. But now we're going to see Dustin. By the way, wins that fight. for the males. I could see a scenario, and you can call me crazy all you want, if Dustin wins that fight, that they'll do the fourth fight for the belt. And I'm not saying that this is what should happen, but Al, this is
get ripped out.
Right? Would you disagree or agree that this is not a possible scenario that could play out?
It's possible, but I would hope that in that time, Conor's going to be out for a while. I think there's going to be a guy. There's going to be a guy that Makhachev maybe comes up out of nowhere. Somebody. Yeah. There's going to be a new contender that puts him to the back burner. He's going to be out for a little bit. Who knows? He might have to wreck a bus to keep himself relevant or something. He's going to have to do something to keep himself in there because that was not a good look on the way out.
Even at the press conference, Dana was saying that he's going to do it, and even Dustin was saying at the press conference that he would be open to it. You can't ignore. I'm saying the UFC. Can't ignore the money. The difference in the money that he generates still. Now we'll see if this has a lasting effect. I suspect it doesn't. That he generates as opposed to, the vast majority of the fighters in that division or even in the sport. It's astronomical. Like 1.8 million pay-per-view buys. That's crazy. Could you imagine the UFC getting that, several years ago pre-Conor? That wasn't common. 2 million is the record. So I'm just saying there's a scenario. Now, if Charles wins, I think it becomes a little less likely because that's not like a money fight. Conor fighting anyone. Yeah. But I think that they'll be hard pressed to ignore it if Dustin wins the belt. And also, Dustin versus Charles is probably going to happen when? I don't know, 5-6 months, just given the timeline of things. And then the winner of that will be ready in another 5-6 months. Now we're talking a year after the injury. It's not a crazy thing. I'm not saying it's what should happen. All I'm saying is don't be surprised if it happens.
Don't even put it in the air, Ariel. I don't like it. I don't like it. But you're right. I'm with you. Definitely a possibility.
I can't believe the difference between, Conor Poirier 2, how he presented himself before and after the fight, and then how he presented himself after this third fight. Just crazy.
How good was it when the reporter, he goes, last time you were so cool and friendly. This time, what happened? He's back to being an asshole. And Dustin just chimes in and he goes, because he got knocked the fuck out. Oh, man. And Conor always has a response for everything. And Conor was just like this. Had nothing to say. Dustin, he almost went, he kind of fumbled with that second line. I forget what he said. But what was it? I forget. He fumbled with something, but it didn't even matter. That first one was so hard because he got knocked the F out. Oh, was
it the McGregor fast one?
Yeah, he said it's not McGregor fast, it's McGregor asleep. It would have been a little better if he was like, it's McGregor fast asleep.
Yes.
It didn't even matter. It was so hard and it was so true, and Conor had nothing to say. I think that was, I think Conor's just such, at this point, he's so full of it, and he's like, he breathes this stuff. He's like an MMA narcissist. It's all got to be about him. And then for him to get that comment like that where he's got no rebuttal, it's like, you got knocked the fuck out. And he's going, his one, he was knocked out cold. My one, I was like there, like awake, kind of like sleeping. I was comfortable. I was like, oh my God. He can't just accept defeat and move on and rebuild anymore. It's not. I don't think.
Look at this. Look at this. Here we are, three of the smartest minds in MMA history, chatting on some app that I've never heard of as of 5 hours ago, and we're spending all this time talking about him. Like, he still captivates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He got us.
It's incredible. It's incredible. Yep. But we'll see. We'll see what it's going to be a long road back. I don't know. You really want to, after breaking your leg like that, you really want to, you got a family, you got, money, all the money in the world. Why bother? Why bother? But I guess that's why he is who he is. Rent-free. I love that. Everyone says he's rent-free in my head. He's rent-free in our heads. He's the most polarizing guy in the sport. You got to talk about it. It's good conversation. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what it is. This is why I love this. I love the sport. I love, you know, I'm going to talk. I got to talk about the best, the most, just because it's me talking about it. I'm a fan of the sport before anything. So don't, all you guys in the comments.
Yeah, get out of here.
Shut the hell up.
Can I throw out another one that I've been thinking about a lot lately, and I think this might surprise you guys? Can I throw this out? You tell me what you think. Is Jake Paul likable? Because I gotta say, this guy lately has been throwing out some pretty. I mean, like the thing with the necklace and the helping out the female fighter on the UFC roster with the donation, and I don't know. Is Jake Paul likable all of a sudden? What do you guys think?
I don't like TV Jake, but I like, you know, he comes in some of these interviews. He was on with Chael recently. He was a very genuine guy.
Yes. Al? Crazy? Are you crazy?
100%. At first, I was like, fuck this guy. He's a freaking YouTube guy. He's trying to box. Look, he's coming in. He's got enough money where he can do what he wants to do. He's training like a professional fighter. A lot of guys at 2-0, 3-0, they're working full-time jobs. They're training after doing a construction work for, 10 hours. Yeah. This guy's 3-0. He's in the spotlight. He's got all the money. He's training with the best guys. He knows how to work hard, and he knows how to get good, and he's surrounding himself with the people that he needs to. And now he's starting to advocate for the UFC fighters to get paid.
Yes.
And he touched my heart with that one. I got to give it to him. And I've become a huge fan. And he's getting good. He's scared. He's a big guy. He's strong. He's athletic, and he's definitely got the right mindset. And he's got that X factor, that cockiness that draws people in. And he's been winning. He's kind of worked his way up the right way. He's going after Woodley now, which I think is a perfect step up in competition. And I mean, he looked a lot bigger than Woodley in that stare down.
I know.
You know.
I mean, Woodley's a 170 pounder. He's probably 200 pounds.
Yeah, and it's a big name for him. Woodley's he's had a bunch of knockouts. He's definitely got power, but he's getting towards the end. It seems like while Jake Paul's he's just climbing. He's getting better and better every fight. It's.
Will you watch that, Al?
Will I watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. That's gonna be. I'm into it, man. I'm into this whole. At first, I hated it. I was like, oh, this is such a freak show. The first Triller event when it was like, it had all the concerts in the middle. Was that the last one? I forget. I didn't like that part.
Yeah.
It was like a little. That was like a little weird, you know. And then you had the comedian in there and this and that. I don't know. I'm a little old school when it comes to that. Make it like a fight. But I don't know. Maybe that's what the younger generation needs to kind of get into it. Nah, right?
Waste some money. Save that money for the fighters.
Yeah.
You're trying to build a fight promotion. No one's tuning into a fight promotion to watch Ice Cube. Ice Cube's great. I love Ice Cube, but no one cares.
My daughter tuned in to watch Justin Bieber, though, for the record.
I know, but you can watch Justin Bieber anyway. Like, think about the money that must have costed them. You didn't need that.
This next one's on Showtime, correct? This is not a Triller event?
Yeah, okay, and I actually think that's a really smart play by Jake and his team because there's credibility that comes with being on Showtime. They're like, oh, man, now you're on Showtime? And he put Amanda Serrano on his undercard, who's one of the best female boxers on the planet. So he's giving women's boxing, a bit of a light as well. Like, I don't know, man. This guy, he has I don't know if you ever dealt with him, Al. He has a guy named Nikisa, who used to be the CFO of the UFC. He was basically Lorenzo's right-hand man, very smart guy, very sharp guy. And when he was involved in the sale of the company, and when they sold the UFC to Endeavor, Nikisa went with Lorenzo to go work on his ventures and all that stuff. Nikisa is basically his manager and his advisor. And, when you see Jake writing a lot about fighter pay and the finances, something tells me that Nikisa is guiding him a little bit on all of that because he knows his stuff. So he's a very, very sharp guy. And I think his moves, like even today, I don't know if you guys saw the note that he wrote Dustin about the necklace, and he writes like, P.S. Tell Jolie I say hi. She's a badass. It's like, man,
that's incredible.
He's hitting all the notes. He's hitting all the notes. It's pretty, and he's a young kid, and I think everyone wanted to hate him, and he could be a bit of a punk and the YouTube stuff, but I don't know. And by the way, not for nothing, he's giving Tyron Woodley, who is one of the all-time greats, the biggest payday of his career.
Yeah,
like I'm happy just for Woodley that he's getting this opportunity. Like there's a trickle. That's the part that all the haters don't understand. He's not taking anyone's spot the same way, and I know you didn't agree with it, Al. CM Punk didn't take anyone's spot. In fact, he gave Mickey Gall a spot. He gave Mike Jackson a spot. Like this isn't the NBA where you get 15 slots. You're actually lifting boats. You're a rising tide as a result. Now you could hate that, he gets more shine or more money than the guy who's working the 9 to 5 and all that. But look at Woodley. He's getting the biggest payday. Look at Serrano. She told Mark Ramundi yesterday, biggest payday of her career. Blah, blah, blah. How can you hate on that? Legit fighters are getting paydays. So I dig it.
This reminds me of, back in the way, way long time ago here, back in the wrestling days when, heel Rock and heel Austin started all of a sudden getting pops, and they became likable characters.
No, for sure. He's definitely.
That's just a horrible analogy.
Oh, wow.
You lost
Thanks.
me at that one.
I just went with it. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Stone Cold, the freaking.
I mean, we were vibing there, and you just lost us.
God damn it.
It happens. They all can't be gold. You know what I mean?
You know what? That's true.
That's it. Sometimes you just gotta build yourself back and do it again. It'll be better the next time.
I know. Hey, listen, being able to sustain real estate jokes for 4 years, that's got to be impressive on some sort of level.
Good.
Nah, it's incredible. I love when people think it's me. I go, thank you. Yes.
He's got your voice down. He's got your voice down for sure.
It was so good when he did Kajan Johnson. Really.
Oh my gosh, that was so bad. I mean, they believed it. They wanted to believe it was you so bad, Al. I had no New York accent whatsoever. I just knew the name of your doctor. I set up a fake Skype account, and that's all I needed. A half an hour of podcast gold with Kajan Johnson. Kajan Johnson and Shaquille Marjar. That was so fun.
It was good times. The good old days. Kajan Johnson. I wonder what he's doing.
I don't know.
He's in Canada.
He's what's that?
He's not fighting though.
No, he has a gym, a TriStar gym over there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice, good.
I mean, he was all right. He was another casualty, right? He spoke up a little too much and had a solid career.
You don't do the fake handshake thing probably to Dana White, and then
that was not
right after.
No.
Especially, you gotta. You see, when I was on a 5-fight win streak, you see how much shit I was talking?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm on a 2-fight losing streak. Do you see how much shit I'm talking?
Yeah.
Not the same. It's not the same. You know what I mean? So I gotta get back. I gotta get back in the win column. Start talking some shit again. I gotta get out there and freaking start doing it for the people.
Amen.
How do you feel about Paul Felder retiring? That would have been another possible fight for you.
I mean, look, he did. It just never worked out. We kept trying. We kept. Going back and forth, and then the Khabib thing happened. I was supposed to fight him then.
That's
and
right.
A couple of fights, in the future didn't pan out. But I think he had a great career. East Coast guy, and now he's doing the commentary, and he's really good at it. So he's got another passion that I think he's working on, just like he's working on he was a student of the game in the cage, and now he's a student of the game right next to the cage. Is a little bit safer where he's sitting now. And I think he's good at what he does, and good for him. You know what I mean?
He's also doing triathlons now.
Yeah.
That's how he trained for that last one, huh? He was just doing a triathlon. He was like, I'll do it. I'll hop in short notice. Did he go 5? Was it 5 rounds he went?
Yeah, with RDA.
Yep.
That's incredible. So he's got something else that he's doing. He's keeping himself healthy. He's doing the commentary. It's good for him. It's good. It's always good when you see guys get out and look in a good light. They got something there. You know what I mean? There's so many stories of these guys just quit fighting and they got nothing else. So it's always a good story when you hear something like that. He's got something. It's like he kind of just moved on. Fighting wasn't what he wanted to do anymore, and That's how it's a good thing for sure.
That's why it always bothers me when people try to rag on you. And I know that there's like messing around, but you're one of the few guys that actually understood that very hard to make a living for the rest of your life off of fighting. It's unsustainable. B, you got to set yourself up for like post-fighting while you're fighting. Not a lot of guys think that way. And then you see these guys who are left with nothing to their name. They gave us 15 years of fights, UFC pay-per-views, main events, and what do they have? So
I was definitely, I was kind of, in a way it was a curse, but in a way it was a blessing that I got hurt, towards the beginning of my career. And I realized very quickly how you're just kind of, if you're out, they'll put you out and they'll get someone else in. So I realized very, very quickly that you got to start thinking of the future, because I could have very easily been on The Ultimate Fighter, gone on, won, kept winning, and then, healthy, get to the point where now we're a little bit farther further in life, and then it ends. And then at that point, it's a little too late. So I think it all just worked out. It all just worked out right for me, to where I realized that at the right age, the right point in my career, that you can't keep banking on these paychecks. The fight paycheck is good. You get a big lump sum of money, and you think that's going to keep coming. So you're spending, it's coming in, it's going out. It's coming in, it's going out. But you got to really, these guys got to start. I mean, everyone is, but I hope everyone is investing and not spending. Because I spent a little bit of money on some, you go out, you get a little paycheck, you buying everyone drinks, you feel cool. But you do that too much, that doesn't last forever. Definitely not. So, yeah. It all kind of worked out for me.
What a time to be in real estate, by the way. I got a fun fact for you, Ariel. So I bought a second place, like a family place out on the lake, and Al was one of the first people I showed the listing to.
Crushed it. Incredible property. Anything waterfront is, to me, priceless. So.
Where's this?
So I'm in Missouri. So it's the Branson area. It's Table Rock Lake. It's kind of a rural area. It's not quite in the mecca of what is Branson. And it was these people were just motivated to sell. My friend lives by there and says, "You better offer asking price." I'm like, "I don't know." Al says, "Never offer asking price." And if I wouldn't have, it would have been gone the next day. And literally, the house down the street, they're like condos. They're like the same units. The house down the street sold for $100,000 more than I paid for this one. It came with a boat and furniture. I'm set. It's beautiful. And Al Iaquinta helped me get there.
Wow. So you guys are actual buds.
Yeah. Yeah.
This MMA
best friends. Yep.
The MMA world is sick. I love it, man. I've met so many interesting, cool, friendly people from all over the world through MMA. It's cool.
The best community. They can be ruthless at times, but it's a great community to be a part of.
Ruthless. All these guys, go sell a house, Al. Freaking damn right I will. What is it? These guys think they're making fun of me because I'm selling a house.
Yeah.
Sell a couple houses, you buy an investment property, you're looking good. A couple investment properties, you're chilling. Why not? What the heck?
This is part of the podcast, though, Ariel. He wants to bring these people in. He wants them to talk all their shit. And we're gonna bring them in live. We're gonna let them try to talk, and we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna let it all loose here.
Yeah, we're gonna. Who is this? Where's this guy? NotoriusStylebender. He says I'm falling asleep. Are you kidding me? We're gonna bring you on. I'm gonna freaking kick your freaking ass, guys. Get the hell out of here. You're falling asleep. We got Ariel Helwani on here. You ain't falling asleep. You're falling asleep now. Get the hell out of here.
Ariel Helwani wants to fucking come on your show. He comes on your show. You need to wait.
That's right.
Oh man, Ariel, I can't thank you enough for coming on. This is big, man. This is big.
Anything for you, Al? Aaron, sometimes for you. It depends, and it can be a little annoying if I'm being honest.
Oh my gosh.
But Al, I take the shirt off my back for that guy, one of the all-time greats, legend. I got to meet his family. His mom made me pina colada, for God's sakes.
Yes.
It was a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. What beach was that, Al? Somewhere on Long Island. What was it called, that beach?
Point Lookout. Long Island. Beautiful place. Incredible. I'm gonna
Fantastic.
retire. That's where I'm gonna retire to. I'm a couple years. I'll move down to Point Lookout and just die down there. This place is heaven.
Well, you got the little cabana action. Met your sister, of course. So I feel like I'm an extended member of the family. I'm
absolutely
honored to be on. I'm actually quarantining right now for 2 weeks in Canada with my kids, so it's an interesting time to be alive. But all good. You guys
just so you can visit.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah. They're unvaccinated, and in Canada the rules are much different. In Canada, if you're a Canadian citizen and vaccinated, you can cross the border freely as of July 5th. They just changed this on July 5th. But my kids are under 12; they can't get it, etc. So, I haven't seen my family in a year and a half. Haven't seen my parents in a year and a half. I'm very close to them. Haven't seen my in-laws. My wife hasn't seen her parents since November of 2019 because they live here as well in Montreal. So, had to do it, but good times.
We got you at the perfect time. You got nothing going on. You're quarantined. Couldn't
Heelwani, all this
worked out perfect.
My gosh,
Amen.
man. This is a total surprise for me, Ariel. I had no idea you were coming on.
He didn't tell you?
No, total surprise. That's why I didn't think it was the real you. It's like, what? Come on now. No, it was awesome. I'll try to be less annoying. I doubt I will.
No, I'm kidding. Much love, Aaron. You're a great guy.
Yeah,
and I'm just trying to troll the troll.
Yeah.
You're a great guy, and I love where your heart's at. So
thank you so much.
Much love to you guys. And anytime you want me on, I'm happy to come on.
Oh, beautiful.
And Ariel, thank you so much.
MMA Hour, I need you back in studio.
Yes.
Right? Dude, you tell me there, like you said, you're walking along. I'm walking wherever you got to go. I don't
Ariel,
care.
can I come with him? I'll just bring you guys coffee and stuff and hang out.
Shit.
Oh, God. Listen, I'll never send you annoying Twitter DMs again. I got your phone number now, baby. So.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron, we'll work on it. We'll get you in there.
Ariel, thank you so much.
Ariel, thank you, brother. Take care.
Anytime.
Love it.
All right. Love you, man.
All right. Hang it up. This is beautiful. Al, what a surprise. Are we going to get some of these jokers in here now?
Where's the Notorious guy? Where is this?
I'm going to invite him right now.
NotoriusStylebender. Hold on. Let me get a drink real quick. I'm going to have to
Oh, my God. Yes.
Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Yes. All right. Al is coming right back. While Al does this, I'm going to get NotoriusStylebender in. I'm going to invite him in right now. Okay? And now it's not – I don't know that he's on here. Where are you at, NotoriusStylebender? I'm going to bring you in right now. All right. Let's find this guy. And there he is. He's on. I'm going to invite him in. Okay? And he says he's got the screenshot where he said he'd be first. You said he'd be first. I've seen it.
Yeah,
okay?
Well, guess what? Ariel Helwani wanted to come on, so go fuck yourself. What, are you kidding me? What, are you kidding me? You got the screenshot. I don't care. Ariel Helwani is coming first, guy. Come on.
All right, I sent you an invite. Fucking Ariel Helwani wants to come on your fucking pilot episode. It's getting off the rails with the
Who the hell would have thought? I was like a little kid in between training sessions, training for the freaking Combat in the Cage in Rahway, New Jersey rec center, listening to Ariel Helwani talk to Rich Franklin, Matt Hughes, Matt Serra, and now Ariel Helwani is on my podcast. God, geez, this is the craziest thing. It's nuts.
Let me tell you something. Like back in the day, you know, when MMA was new, even like I want to say my kids like 11, 12 years old, you know, when basically, you know, after that Brock Lesnar fight, I was looking for news everywhere. You know, he gave that great promo after he beats Frank Mir. I'm looking for news. All I see is this guy in some goofy shoes interviewing all these people backstage with, you know, it's like a one-man camera show, and it was Ariel Helwani. So much of like the best content, and then I was a fan ever since, you know?
I said, get in here, fork. I meant get in here, dork Stylebender. Get this freaking. How do we get this guy in here?
Stylebender, I sent you like 3 invites. If you can't get in this time, I don't know that you're going to figure it out. Like I just sent you 3 invites. Check your notifications.
He says, "Call me."
I'm not fucking calling you.
Call him up. Get this freaking guy in here. Call him. Get him in here.
All right.
I want to see his freaking face, but if we got to call him, we call him.
Yeah, I think he's lying. I think he just doesn't want us to see his face.
Yeah, you fucking sissy bag. Come on.
Damn it. All right, send. Let's see. Go to my Twitter. Aaron says what one. It's and send me a DM with your number. All right, I'm typing it in the comment.
Just put your number. Just style whatever. Put your number on the thing. Just on the chat. Just put your number.
You put it on the chat if you want.
Just put your number. Put your number in there.
Friends you've never wanted, okay? Or have always wanted. Sorry, always wanted. You'll have friends, okay?
Or if anybody else wants to call in, I'm done with it. This guy's over with. Let's get. If someone else wants to call in, we'll get them in.
All right. Who's next?
Anybody wants to come in?
I think he's full of shit. I think he's.
Yeah, this Stylebender guy. He's full of it.
All right. All right. First one that comments, I want in, gets in. I want in.
Efrain Santos. What do you want?
All right.
What is Efrain Santos saying?
I just found George. George was first though. Let's try this. George. Oh, bend over.
This freaking guy put his number. Get him in there.
Ben, all right. If this doesn't work, we'll call you next, Ben. Okay. Oh shit! I almost presented that on screen. All right, bend over. You're gonna be next. Oh, we got it. NotoriusStylebender.
Can you hear me?
Get this guy.
Can you hear me?
Jesus Christ, we can hear you. Where's the face at? Are you blurring your face out?
This fucking app is janky as fuck.
Janky.
Anyways, let's get into it.
Hey, you're on here, aren't you?
Right away. Yeah, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, well, you were talking a whole bunch of shit in my DMs.
Yeah.
Now what do you got to say?
Backwards.
I know, because my ears are fucked up.
Okay.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, try to freaking get me.
Notorious.
Your headphones are backwards.
You're talking to the fucking notorious homebender.
All right, so you're 0 for 1, Stylebender. Go on.
Get it going.
Well, get it going. You're on here. You want to talk to Al. What do you have to say?
You're already 0 for 1 with the headphone nonsense. So go ahead.
Talking a bunch of shit about Dillon Danis and his grappling. You lost to Mike Perry in a grappling match.
Bro, I didn't lose that. I didn't lose that grappling match. Did you watch the grappling match? I tossed him on his neck. I slapped him in the face and slammed him on his head. I'll do the same thing to you. What's that?
I said it's an L on your record.
I'll beat that ref was a Nancy anyway. I'll kick the shit out. That ref sucked. First off, the promotion sucked. The ref sucked. The promotion sucked.
Promotion?
Yeah, fuck that. They should have done an immediate rematch.
Yeah.
They should have done an immediate rematch. Did you watch the fight? Did you watch the fight? Did you watch the match?
I've never watched any of your fights. Fuck no.
What the fuck are you even doing on here then?
Get the fuck out of here.
You're done.
I'm kidding.
All right. Are we going to call Ben over?
Hold on. No, keep. Hold on. What did you say? He's kidding.
Yeah, I saw the Khabib fight, and I think.
Did you see the Kevin Lee fight?
No, I didn't watch that one.
Well, go fuck yourself. That was that's the best one.
That was ESPN.
That was the last one. That was the last one on Fox. What did you start watching MMA yesterday?
It's a fucking Food Network. Jesus Christ.
Anyways, Al, why are you always on Conor's dick? That's my question.
All right.
I'm not on his.
Every time I go to UFC, ESPN, Al's the first one commenting about Conor. Can't hop off his dick, mad because he never got the money fight at 155. I feel it. I'd be salty too.
Listen, it'd be nice to get a money fight. Don't get me wrong, but if I comment on things that interest me, right? I'm a fan of MMA.
Mm-hmm.
What? Because I'm a fighter, I can't comment on the biggest fighter in the time, the most polarizing guy.
No, I'm not saying you can't comment. I'm just saying it's always hate. Like, why not? Why not?
Because right now,
look how many eyes he brought to UFC.
No,
all these motherfuckers in the comments didn't even start watching UFC till Conor.
No, it's great. Listen. He brought a lot of eyes, but now he's making a fool out of himself. He's talking about someone's wife while he's on the ground, broken in half. Take a chill pill, bro. You got all the money in the world.
The second match, everybody's like, "Oh, Conor's being so nice. If he's gonna fight, he's got to be a showman." So then he gives the people what he wants. He becomes a fucking showman, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's taking it too far." Why would he say that?
I picked him to win that one. I picked him to win the last one. I picked him to win this one too. Doesn't mean I don't freaking think he's a retard. When he's talking shit about someone's wife, you can't. Listen. I'm going to talk shit.
You must be a smart retard.
I tell it how 100%. I tell it how it is. You make fun of someone's wife, I don't like that. He's got all the excuses in the world. He's got all the excuses in the world. Have you ever heard me make an excuse for a fight I've lost? No. But listen, he can make excuses and everyone eats it up because he's Conor. So I'm going to say, listen, dude, if you went into the fight with a broken shin, like he's saying now, you should have been wearing shin guards. That's your fault. There's a reason why Khabib went into his fight feeling bad. You know, oh, Conor loses. It's because, what? If he would have lost the Jose Aldo fight, he would have had an excuse. Oh, you know, this training camp wasn't the best, the this, the that.
But not he's never made excuses. Like when he lost to Nate Diaz in the first fight, he said, "I'm gonna handle this loss like a champion, and I'll be back." And that's
because
exactly what he did.
Because he got the immediate rematch. He got an immediate rematch.
He got
you know what I mean?
All right. I guess.
All right, say something interesting. We're moving on, buddy.
All right, let me ask a couple questions. All right, who's your MMA GOAT, Al?
Off the top of my head, honestly, Nick Diaz.
Yes, fighting Robbie Lawler. What do you think about that?
I used to sit in National Community College parking lot. I was like 18 years old, and I had this little mini DVD player, and I put in UFC 47, the DVD. I'd get there an hour early because it was impossible to find parking. I'd sit there for an hour before walking to class. You got to walk like a 10-minute walk to class. I would throw on the DVD. I watched Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler. I'd go, fuck this, I'm leaving. I left. I went to the gym and I started working out, cut class, and that's the reason I dropped out. Robbie Lawler versus Nick Diaz. I'm an old school motherfucker.
Part 2 is happening.
All right, John Jones. All right, who's the GOAT between John Jones and Khabib?
Oh, fuck Khabib all day.
Yeah, you got to go with Khabib.
Okay, but my question, this is my question. How can you be the GOAT when you're 14-0 fighting in a promotion against a guy that's 0-0?
That's how you start, man. That's how everyone starts.
14-0. That's not starting.
Wait, hold on. Go back. What were you talking about? 0-0.
Are you saying he's fought cans?
No, yeah. In his professional record, go look at his first
Oh yeah, but
17 fights. He was fighting guys that were 0-0, and he was 14, 15-0.
Yeah, that's how it goes in Russia. What are you gonna do? I mean, it's when his last, every title defense he had was sick. An incredible fighter, and he just dismantled them. So,
I'm a big fan.
And all fairness, Russia there when he was just an amateur. So,
speaking of Russia, does Jan beat Aljo in the rematch?
Fuck no.
Nah.
I don't know. We'll see if Aljo's acting again. You lived with him. Did you guys do a lot of role playing and action?
Get the fuck out of here. That guy Aljo is the fucking man. Listen, he's making a couple adjustments. Very few adjustments. The way he came out in that first round, he was on fire, and he could do that the whole time. He's gonna make a couple adjustments.
He gassed himself out after the first round.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, bro. I saw. You know what I mean? We saw what happened, and Aljo was still in there even till the end. He threw a head kick, and then listen.
Hey, if you go back and you watch the fight, Aljo's knee was not touching the ground. It was slightly up.
Doesn't matter. It was an illegal knee. His knee
was touching the ground.
But your knee has to be touching.
Yeah. Stylebender, we're going to let this one go. You can join us again. We got lots of people waiting. We're going to call Ben Dover next. One of the greatest Twitter names.
Love you, Albert.
All right, he's muted already. Right, we're going. We're calling Ben Dover. Ben, you better answer, or this experiment's over.
Get Ben. Ben, get in here.
Don't be giving my number.
Silly. What is this freaking?
Is this Ben Dover?
Yeah, it's Ben. Hey, it's fucking Iaquinta.
Oh, Ben, what's up, dude? What are you?
The fucking man, baby.
Oh, I like you so much better than the freaking last guy.
Anybody that takes a fight against Khabib on one day is a fucking gangster. You understand me? Nobody fights Khabib on one day notice.
Where are you from?
Yo, I'm gonna just say I'm from Queens, Al.
Yeah, let's go. New York in the house. Queens.
Diego Sanchez and all the man.
Yeah, let's go, my man.
Yo, this guy's a fucking man. Al's a fucking real gangster, baby. What did that kid before? Couldn't even show his fucking face. What the fuck is this guy?
It's a fucking Ben Dover show all of a sudden.
I fucking love it, man. I love it.
Is this your podcast or your first episode?
Yeah. This is it, man. Episode 0. This is the test run. We're trying to figure out this app. We're trying to figure out everything. We had freaking Ariel Helwani on. How crazy is this? Holy shit.
That's amazing. And I know you and Ariel go way back, bro. This guy always brings you on the MMA Hour. The one he brought you a long time ago. I think you guys did one Long Island a long time ago, right?
Yeah, he came out. I invited him. He came out to my parents have this little cabana on the beach in Point Lookout. and he came down. He's not a big drinker, but my mom made him a virgin pina colada, and we hung out. We shot the shit. We did an interview down there, and nah, man, Ariel, what a great guy. What a man of the people. So I always love that guy for sure.
Yeah, he's honestly the best journalist out there. I got to give it to that dude.
Dude, it is, and they're trying to hold him down. They're trying to hold him down, and they can't. That's what I love about it. He's just shoving it in all their faces.
I love that too. Did you watch his Dan Le Batard show where he basically exposed all of them and said what the deal was?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I saw it. They said that he would escort. What were they saying about? They'd escort him out and
basically how like just Dana White is trying to shut this dude down, bro. Just trying to shut his career down. That's all he is. Dana White's a prick. I don't know if you're still with the UFC. I know you had his differences with them.
Hey.
He just seems like a prick. So I don't know.
Jack Burke said
I'm on a 2-fight losing streak, so I can't talk too much shit right now. They'll cut me.
Yeah, it's all right. You're still a gangster, bro. Don't matter. I was the fucking man.
Thank God for commissions if you can't get a bonus, right?
That's it, man. We freaking big fat commission.
I just gotta say one thing about Al, though, and tell you guys how really humble this dude is.
All right.
One thing before I get off. I don't know if you guys got next call. I don't want to keep you guys for too long, but Al's the most humble dude to the point where it was a while back, like me and my cousin in Long Island. We just went out to Law MMA for like a week. This dude, Al Iaquinta, came out and introduced himself to us, acting like we don't know him. And I was like, what the fuck? Of course I know you. It just showed how humble this dude was, bro. This guy's on a different level. I met a lot of douchebags in MMA, but this guy's a fucking sweetheart, man.
Nah, I appreciate it, man. The gym is
I fight again and get on a sick winning streak and get a fucking title shot or something now.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. We'll be back. We're working hard every day. We're trying to get a little bit better, man. Every day, a little bit better. That's all we can do, you know?
That's good to hear, baby. That's good to hear.
Burke says we got to make you a regular, Ben. So I hope you call in again in the future.
Oh, hell yeah, Ian. For sure. I'm be tuning in on this podcast all the time.
Oh, fucking
Let's go.
I don't know you that well, but I'll
right,
keep up with you guys.
Hey, listen, download the app. We can get you on camera next time. This is why I want to do this. Everyone was having problems with Happs and whatnot, but this is how we're bringing in the fans. This is it seems to be working out once guys figured it out. And hey, we'll definitely have you on again.
Sorry, what app do I have to download for me to be on camera?
What's that?
What app do I have to be on for me to be on camera?
Happs, Happs. You can get on Android or what the hell, iOS. I couldn't think of what it was.
Baby. All right.
You
guys are the man, bro. I appreciate this.
Peace.
Ben, my dog.
Later,
Queens.
He was way better than the notorious dork or whatever that guy's name.
This freaking guy is great. I love him.
You know, I had those interviews actually where Ariel interviewed you on the beach and asked about the account, and then when he asked you about, I don't know, Mike Perry had metal poisoning, and I said he ate somebody's change, and so Ariel was asking you about it. He's like, you said something about Mike Perry ingesting change, and you're like, did I?
Incredible. Oh, I remember that. He was asking me.
All right, who's next? All right, next person that says I want in gets in. I believe I did have someone ask a minute ago. So, all right. Oh, we got it. I want in George Lamprell. Do you know George Lamprell?
What's up, George? Get on in here. I'll know him in a minute.
I sent you the invite, my man. Now it's on you to figure it out. All right. So we're not even on YouTube yet. So we're about 1.6 thousand viewers already. So not bad for announcing it the day before.
Not bad for a guy who's been on the sideline for two freaking years, huh?
Christ. All right, George is figuring it out. While George is figuring it out, I'm going to play those interviews real quick. Are you ready? All right, this is Ariel first at the beach house, and then next time on the MMA Hour. Let's go.
How's real estate going?
Good. It's going very well. I'm enjoying it. I'm learning new things every day and making some money, so it's good.
And you even have your own Twitter feed for the real estate.
There is a Twitter feed for my real estate.
Persona, yes, it's great. It's very entertaining. What are we at now? 3 Twitter feeds?
Who's counting? I don't know.
Is there more?
I don't know. I don't know.
And
or maybe there's less than you think.
He caught me off guard with this one.
All right, now this one's in studio.
It was last week, I think, when Mike Perry was on talking about ingesting metal.
Oh, I wonder what I did.
Well, because sometimes you're on the realtor account, and sometimes you're on, or that's not you.
Nah, you'll never know.
It's so crazy because the other one, that one has like 500 followers and more, but your other one has like several thousand, and yet the real fun is on the realtor side, which is weird because you would think the realtor side would be like the boring business one.
No.
That's when the real party happens.
That's the party right there, I guess. shout out Raging Al. What's up, bro?
What is it? Raging Al Realty?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, the guy's so nice. The one who runs it DMs me.
He's a great guy, right?
Does he do a podcast now?
No.
He still thought it was me.
You're asking me to do a podcast.
He still thought it was me at that time.
Oh my God, dude. That's classic. Who would have thought like 4 years later we'd be doing this podcast? All right, George is still trying to figure it out. So I think we are like breaking Happs right now because so many people are wanting to join. This is amazing. They swear they're going to work out the kinks for us. So, all right, George. What's that? I'm going to figure it out. All right, who else wants on? George is trying to figure it out. Let's see. It says,
my man.
Come on, baby. Come on, George, baby. I can call you as well, but let me send you one more invite. I'm going to move on to somebody else that has to come on. So all you need to do is say, I want in, and we'll do it that way again. So, hang on. Somebody's coming on. There's George, and we see his face. George!
How are you doing?
George Lamprell from England.
How are you doing, guys?
Go! Fucking A! Great!
Good. I'm not going to lie to you. I've not watched every single one of your fights, but I have watched the two Kevin Lee fights.
Yes.
The last 30 seconds of that rematch, it gets me hyped up. It does.
Bro, I can't even watch it. I watch that fight and I just start going crazy. I can't even do it. It really, I love it. I love it, man. I love you for bringing that up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, it's really good.
So what are you doing, man? What are you doing? What do you think? What's going on?
I'm just sat here not doing it. I've been watching this podcast for the last, it's been an hour and a half now.
Wow.
Sick, right?
It's like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, so I'm over in England, so it's midnight at the moment, but there's nothing I'd rather be doing than on the podcast with Iaquinta.
You're a freaking trooper, man. I love it. Would you, are you a Conor McGregor fan?
I've got nothing with it in recent years, to be honest.
What was that? You what?
I've gone off him a little bit. I was a fan back a few years ago, but I think he's crossed the line in recent years with some of the things he's done. Throwing the thing into the bus, injuring the fighters, the disrespect. I think he takes things a bit too far.
Yeah, definitely too far with the bus thing. People forget about that. That was freaking criminal. Like, he's lucky.
You were on the bus with Khabib.
I was on that bus. Khabib was sitting right behind me, and that freaking thing came flying through the window. I thought we were dead. I thought it was a terrorist attack. Yeah. Someone was shooting the bus. It was absolutely insane. Yeah. But
he got away with it because he's so big. It's crazy. He should have been punished, I think.
I mean, he got what did he get arrested? He spent the night. And then he kind of got whatever. So it's but yeah, that's the way things go. You know, you got money and they needed they wanted that fight. That fight brought a lot of money to the UFC. So they definitely took care of him and made sure that he was taken care of. So
I'll let you in on a fun fact, George. Okay, and I don't know if Al's going to remember this or not. So I had him on my podcast about 4 years ago or so. We just played a joke on Kajan Johnson and whatnot. And I said, like, what if something were to happen and somehow you fell into the championship match with Khabib? And all Al said at the time was, show me the money. And then we never really mentioned it again. And then the next thing you know, there's a dolly through a bus and Al's fighting for the damn title. Do you even remember that?
I remember that. And I remember even on Ariel, I was like, I'm not fighting that guy Khabib. They gotta pay me $1 million to fight him.
Yeah,
it was right after he beat. It was right after he beat
Michael Johnson, right?
No, it was right after he beat
Barboza.
Yeah. And
that's right.
Barboza's tough, and he just like I I wasn't at that fight, but I remember watching it on TV. I was just looking at his face, just getting, and he just looked so empty in the, where his legs were tied up. Is this and that? That was like my last memory. And then they're like, you want to, I was, the opportunity presented itself for me to jump in, and I was like, fuck it, we gotta go. I didn't care about. I told my manager, I said, I don't even care about the money. I got to take this fight. If I win this fight, it changes everything. So that's how that went. But yeah, crazy weekend, crazy time.
Yeah. Wasn't Anthony Pettis offered the fight, but Dana didn't want to pay him what he should have got for fighting a guy like Khabib?
Who was it?
Anthony Pettis, wasn't he offered the Khabib fight before you, like a week before or something like that?
Well, it was right then. It was that all happened right away. Max Holloway didn't make weight. It was me. It was Chiesa. It was Pettis. It was Felder.
Rose.
It was all of us. We were all the 55ers on the card. And here's the thing with Pettis. Pettis, either he asked for what he was worth for the title fight, and they didn't give that to him, or he didn't want to fight for the title. He didn't want to fight Khabib, and he priced himself kind of out of the market. You know what I mean? I
understand. It's a really risky fight.
Yeah, with high risk comes high reward. I went in there and I didn't win, but I think that I was
put on a good showing.
Yeah, I put it on a good showing. I would have loved to come out of that with the win. It changed my life, but I think I know a win in that fight would have really changed my life. But who knows? If I would have won that fight, I probably would have, defended the title, bought a Lamborghini, crashed it. I'd be dead right now. So here I am, I'm chilling in Long Island, New York. It's freaking, I'm in heaven, but I'm not dead. So I'm not complaining about a goddamn thing.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
So who's your favorite fighter to watch? The Pimlet guy, huh? He's from your neck of the woods.
Patty? Patty the Patty?
He talks a lot, doesn't he, Paddy?
He's pretty good though, no? Well, you're not a fan of him?
I don't know. I've not watched a lot of it, to be honest. On Twitter, I actually put a tweet out the other day saying, "Is Paddy Pimblett any good?" Because I see him like talking a lot of rubbish to fighters, and I got some mixed responses. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes as a fighter.
So he kind of went the Conor McGregor route through that. What was it? Cage Warrior? Is it Cage Warriors?
Yeah, Cage Warriors.
He came up through Cage Warriors. It seems like he's got a sort of a similar, hype train going. Everyone was talking about him. Everybody wanted to see him. He's definitely got a unique fan base over there. You know what I mean? I think they haven't had somebody in a while that really, embodies that the people over there. So hopefully he can get them back in the mix and really bring a whole new demographic in. I'm excited for the fight.
English champion after Bisping.
Yeah. I think he's on his way. From what I hear, and the same way. I haven't really watched too much of his fight, but you hear so much about him, and it's gonna be excited. I'm looking forward to that one. Definitely. I don't know when it is, but it's coming up. Paddy Pimblett. And he's taking on a tough guy. I forget the guy's name, but I
think it's Luigi Vendramini, maybe. Yeah. I can't remember the date, but I did see the announcement.
And what's his deal?
I don't know who he is. I didn't look into him or anything.
My phone is on 10%.
Oh, shit.
It was on 10% like 3 minutes ago. It said 10%. So I'm gonna try to put these piece of shit headphones back in and plug my phone in. These iPhones, you can't do the iPhone. Freaking these motherfuckers.
Hey, I'll send you a link, dude. I got a thing that charges it, and you can plug your headphones in at the same time.
How the hell can you do that?
It's fucking magic. It's a 2-piece adapter. That's how I'm doing that's how I made all these phone calls.
Oh, the adapter. You got to get a 2-piece adapter.
Yeah, dude. It's pretty. I'll send you a link, dude.
We got Sean in here, huh?
We got Sean. George, thank you so much. I hope you come on again, buddy.
Oh, thanks. Shout out Burks MMA on Twitter. That's not my account. It's just a big fan of yours.
I like Burks.
in the
Burks
chat.
is the man, dude. That he's on top of his shit. He's always. I'm a fan too.
Yeah, love Burks.
Okay.
He's a good guy.
We're gonna bring Sean on, buddy. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh,
yeah.
Sean, you're up.
Yeah.
Sean McKinney. All right, your mic is on. What's up?
What's happening? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you, man.
What's happening?
Hey, he's had the English in there. Now you have the Irish. You know, like has to be done.
Yeah, dude. How sick is this? You're in freaking Ireland right now?
Look, man, we are. Hey, Call Me Al podcast is worldwide.
Freaking worldwide. Incredible. Holy shit.
Boys, madness. Like, I've work in the morning. It's like 20 to 1 here.
Put your boss on the phone.
Holy shit.
Get your freaking boss on the phone right now. I want to talk to him. I'm gonna give him a piece of your mind. You're going in late. You're going in late tomorrow, my man.
Man, take it easy. No, it's madness. Okay, what's happening? Hey, so Kevin Lee, I think that was a serious scrap. Khabib, obviously, some scrap. But hey, Conor McGregor this past weekend. What do you think? Like, I think, like, I'm Irish, but like, Jesus, like, awful how he handled himself at the end of the fight. It was like,
sick.
Man,
I mean, we've been talking about it, right? Yeah, he's getting a little out of control. I think he just needs to. But that's, listen. Who am I to say something? The guy's been doing everything right at this point. I mean, look. You got a family. You know, talking the way you're talking. Not the best look for me. But that's the way. It's a little. I don't know. I think that I handle myself differently, but in the same way, I don't have all the money he's got. Maybe if I had all the money he's got, I would be twice as freaking crazy, and I probably would be. So more power to him. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
Big time, man, big time. But it's like you say, like when you don't have, you're building your way up, and then when you have like 100 million in the bank, anybody be going mad, like.
No, for sure. Yo, I'm gonna Sean, hang on 1 second. I'm gonna try to plug my phone in so we don't get freaking kicked off over here. I'm gonna take my.
We can't get kicked off. It was. Oh, listen. Good news on the Happs end while Al's trying to plug his phone in. It looks like the Happs team said that he sees a huge opportunity for a sports category on Happs, which would do nothing to help this podcast and other broadcasters. So.
Oh, yeah, we're good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good. Can you hear us?
Fuck yeah. Fuck
Sounds
yeah.
good.
Let's get this. Get the
Adam Cobb.
Get the fuck out of here. Come on. We got this now. We got this Happs thing down.
We do. All right, you loving it yet, Al? It's not bad. It's not bad. The Happs team is all on this broadcast, by the way, watching. So
I almost didn't make it. I almost freaking smashed my phone.
Oh, my God.
Shit.
You guys think he's kidding? I mean, he will wreck his shit in a second. He's a fighter for a reason. All right.
No, I've gotten a little more tame in my old age. I don't know. A little more tame. I only smacked one person yesterday, so
just one.
Just one.
Are you feeling okay?
Just one person. I only smacked one person yesterday, so we're doing a lot better.
Apparently, Happs gave you the verified broadcaster badge already, so you're up and coming. You're on your way.
Come on, Happs. I don't know. This is incredible. Ariel Helwani, Happs.
My God.
Sean, what's up, man?
Boys,
where do you
what's happening?
work?
Like,
Yeah, where do you work?
Software developer working in the house, boys, since last March. Bad crack, hey. Bad crack. You need to get out, like. But I started back at the gym there. Big things in Ireland, boys. Ireland, up and coming country. But
I understood like 3 words.
Man, get the subtitles on.
We gotta get some subtitles on there, my man. But fuck it, bro. Do what you gotta do. I love it. Hell yeah.
That's up, man. But hey, boys, good night. I'm gonna hit the sack here.
All right, buddy. Hey,
good talking.
Hold on, before you go.
Yeah.
Nick Diaz or Robbie Lawler? Who do you got?
Fuck.
And why?
Honestly, I think Diaz, because Lawler's chin. I think if Diaz can land, I think he could have him. Like, I love Lawler. Like, it's going to be a great fight. But I think Nick might just get it. but I think Lawler got robbed against Askren, and like he had a tough run against Covington. So yeah, I think Nick Diaz will just about get it.
I'm looking forward to this fight so much. I don't know if you heard the story I told before. This fight, I dropped out of college because of the first fight. It got me so amped that I cut class and I went to the gym. And this rematch, Robbie Lawler, it seems like, you know, he's kind of like, he hasn't been doing great in his last couple of fights. Nick Diaz, we haven't seen in how many years? And on one hand, he's training, doing triathlons. He's with his brother. And then on the other hand, the guy's always in Vegas partying. He's been partying his ass off. So it's like the give and take there. And then Robbie Lawler is always game, always tough. I'm really looking forward to this fight. It's like a throwback to how many years ago. It's gonna make me feel like I'm freaking 18 years old again. I might go to the Dublin pub and freaking get crazy. You know what I mean?
Man, come to Belfast. Belfast, where it's at.
Hey, listen, you know how much we appreciate you staying up when you got to go to work the next day just to be on this broadcast, and we very much appreciate it.
Hey, no problems. It was good talking to you, and good luck,
yeah.
guys.
I got another guest, Al. You ready?
Let's get him in.
All right, buddy. Thanks again, Sean. This is Mike Kopenhaver. He may have one of the most notorious siblings in MMA, but I'll let him tell you about that. What's up, Mike? What do you got to say?
What up, Aaron? What up, Al? Pleasure to be here with you, brother.
What's up, man?
Dude, it's nice to see you on the live stream, dude. You've done an hour and 46 minutes, and it's tough to do a live stream, so fucking proud of you, dude.
Not for
Killing
us,
no, I could freaking do this forever, talking to the fans of MMA, even that first guy, that dork hating on me.
Oh, there's always going to be trolls. That's when you know you made it, bro. You know how it is.
I freaking love it. I love it, man.
Yeah,
so
well,
what was Aaron talking about?
My brother was he was on Team Sarah for TUF Ultimate Fighter Season 6, War Machine. He's in jail for life now. Yeah.
Oh man.
It's all good.
Right? I had no idea until you told me.
Hey, I always say there's always two. If there's two brothers, there's always a good one, and I'm the good one. So
Which
it's
one
all
are you?
good.
Okay.
Well, it's easy to see. It's easy to see, bro. I'm not in jail, bro. I mean, come on, let's go, Aaron.
Oh,
but
man. Well, your brother. I mean,
he dug his own grave.
I don't know about the nonsense that happened. Whatever. That's all besides the point. But other than that, he's a warrior for sure. So I hope he's doing well wherever he's at.
Yeah, he's definitely in a better mental spot. So that's all we could ask for. But with you, dude, I'm stoked to see you here doing a live stream, and gonna be looking forward to it. Who do you got between who do I have between who was I gonna say? Who's coming up? Oh, Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier.
Ooh.
It's such a good fight, man. Charles, I feel like Charles gets you. He's a first round. He's kind of like the jiu-jitsu version of Conor. I feel like he if he can get you, he gets you in a crazy position, and he'll tie you up in the first round, and he's got those submissions. But like a lot of it seems like he's gotten better. But Paul Felder, survived the deep choke in that fight, and it was a long time ago. And then Felder kind of, Oliveira saw that he was not going to go out. He's not going to bow out gracefully, and Charles Oliveira kind of broke in that fight. So he's definitely got the breaking point in him. But it seems like after that, Michael Chandler fight, he took a lot and he came back, and maybe it's something that he's worked on after all these years of hard work. Now he's kind of changed his mentality. Who knows? Maybe he's working with a sports psychologist, whatever it was. But it seemed like he was a little finicky, getting tired and stuff like that. But
he did go deep with Tony, though.
Yeah, Tony and Dustin would be two different warriors. But yeah, I see what you mean, Al. He's with Charles Oliveira, his jiu-jitsu is so sick. I still have a little bit of questions on the feet versus a guy like Dustin Poirier. So I lean Dustin Poirier. I don't know if it's just my heart being a Dustin Poirier fan or whatnot, but Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier will be the real people's championship.
Hey, Mike, are there odds out already on this?
Not that I looked, but there could be. So I don't get into it until about a week out.
So Mike has a podcast where and he'll actually make bets. So
last UFC 264, we went 3-1 for 1.6 units, which is $160 cash for the bettors. And then this weekend it's called Cope's Corner, KOPESKORNER. It's every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go through the UFC, upcoming UFC. I go through the sides and I give you the odds on each one and who I favor, whether they have good jiu-jitsu or whether they're better striking or whatnot. But with my brother being a pro fighter, I got used to being around the scene, especially growing up with him around Ken Shamrock and stuff in the Lions Den.
Mike, did you were you at least here early enough to see Ariel Helwani stop by and said hello?
Oh, bro, I totally missed it. I didn't get home in time. My hybrid had a weird check engine light that popped on, so I went over to my buddies, and so now I missed. I'm gonna replay it immediately once this ends.
Check engine light just means keep going. You'll be fine.
FanDuel has Dustin Poirier minus. I always freaking. It makes it so weird to say Poirier. How did I freaking? He's a minus 158, and Oliveira is a plus 134 on FanDuel. Jason Torriello, what's up, dog? Thank you.
The plus money's already on Oliveira?
Plus money on Oliveira. Yeah. So that makes it. That's about right. I would probably lean that way. I said I favored Dustin Poirier, so that would make that'd be about right. 1.6 units, so $160 to make $100.
Your boy Jason had your back there, buddy. He looked up the odds for you.
Yeah, it's all good. So
you bet on the fights a lot?
Yes, every single weekend. Bet on the UFC specifically on Bovada. Bovada.
That's where you bet?
Yeah, that's where I trust. I've been paid out. I prefer Bitcoin, so I've been a crypto investor since 2017, and so I've been getting paid out from them for a while.
Can freaking Bitcoin get back up to freaking 60K or what?
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it will, but it's going to be another slower train back up. But whenever any asset goes up, hundreds of percent or 100%, you got to wait. You got to expect a correction. And this was a little bit deeper than we would have liked with a little bit of the FUD of China, and then Elon Musk didn't help us out for a few weeks.
Son of a bitch! I should have stole all my damn Doge before he went.
Oh, it's all good. I love you, Elon. Because my Tesla stocks have done me good. I got in at $199 before it got to $2,500, split 5 ways, and they had to give me 5 times as many stocks. So go Tesla, go get yourself one.
Do you have a Tesla?
No, but the stocks I own them. So when anyone getting them, I will have one soon.
Oh, wow, dude.
So, but yeah, dude, I'm stoked to be here, and I just pleasure to just ask you a few questions there, Al. One more question, but before I, jump off, when you fight, I know my brother, his specific thing after he weighed in, he liked to go to Olive Garden and eat a certain dish. What is your favorite thing to refuel after weigh-in?
That's a good question.
I'd always go to wherever we're at. We try to find the Italian spot. We'd go. It'd be me, Ray Longo, Matt Serra, the whole crew, and Aljo, Pat DeFranco, whoever was in my corner, Dennis Bazooka, we'd John Volante. We'd find wherever we'd get in with the people the week of the fight, the locals, and we'd say, where is the spot? Where is the Italian spot to go? And it wasn't even so, we'd explore around and we'd find a good, I'd have like chicken Parmesan. I'd take the cheese off, a little bit of pasta, refuel, drinking a ton of water. But it was more about like the people around, and, we just always, it was like, it wasn't like we had a fight the next day. It kind of took your mind off of the intensity of the weigh-ins. You're feeling like shit. And then, we found this local spot, and I had all my friends, my coaches, and we just kind of like forget about it for a minute, break bread, maybe I have one glass of wine doesn't do you too much harm. You know what I mean? You have a glass of wine.
Yeah, baby.
Kind of chills you out. You get to bed, sleep like a baby that night, because you never sleep the night before the weigh-ins. You're so hungry and dehydrated. You might get an hour or two of sleep, then you weigh in. You go out, you eat, and
So the glass of wine is the secret to a fight night sleep, huh?
Not according to Paul.
It always did me well. What was it? What was it, Jeff?
Is it not according to Paul Acosta?
I mean, whatever. He's funny.
Yeah,
Paulo didn't have enough Catholic in him, I guess.
I don't put the freaking excuses. I don't know. What the freak? Yeah, this is a sport, but there's no excuses. You can have all the excuses in the world. It's like the way I think about it is you're walking down the street, right? And you get into a freaking fight. You get into a fight. It doesn't matter how big the guy is. It doesn't matter how, you know, if you're walking with a girl and this freaking guy starts doing, you know, messing with her. Who knows? You're fighting. There's no like, oh, I didn't eat my this morning, so I got to be ready for it. I had a bad sparring leading up to it. It's like, bro, bring what you got. You're going in the cage. You're fighting, and whatever happens, happens. There's no excuses after. You should have. They should give everybody a piece of paper, and it's like, all right, write down your excuses now because we don't want to hear. We don't want to hear it afterwards.
Seriously.
Give me the excuses now, and we'll see who's got the best excuses. Go in there and fight. We don't want to hear about it after. I don't care if you didn't have shin guards. What is Conor McGregor fought? He forgot his freaking.
I love hearing that. I love hearing that from a fighter. You know, we're fans, you know, obviously. And so we want you guys to be savage brutes, but to hear you as a gladiator, you're just a real true gladiator. You go out in your shield, you go out with some honor, no excuses. What did you think of Conor McGregor's excuses while he was laying there with a broken foot?
It's a question.
Yeah, nah, we talked about it already. Now he's making the excuses that his shin was broken going into the fight because he sparred without shin guards on.
That's so disrespectful.
Dude, that's your fault. That's your fault. Listen, man, you go in there with what you got. You go in there with what got you there. If you had a shit training camp, whose fault is that? Don't give me this. Oh, I wasn't training. I was on the yacht. I was doing this. Listen, man, maybe it's time to freaking hang up. Well, I wouldn't blame the guy. If I was Conor, I don't think I'm fighting. I might fight but you're not going to hear me making excuses. I'm going to go in there and just like have fun. You know what I mean? Just like swing them. That's it. But you lose, you lose. You're on a yacht. Like, who gives a shit? Does it really matter? He's all upset about this fight. He's laying there with a broken leg, and he's all upset.
Yeah,
I'm going to kill your wife. Bro, if I have this much money as Conor McGregor, I'm not killing anyone, guaranteed. There's not. I'm not threatening nobody. Look, that's it.
Like, why would you be that angry when you're that rich? I mean, I'm thinking about looking at the yacht and looking at the ladies. You know, I don't know what he's all upset about. But you're right. You know, certain people. Certain people are just have that evil stare and that evil look. And, you know, growing up with my brother, I saw Conor McGregor's eyes, you know, got that snake, those eyes got all beady when he started staring into the camera, and you just saw everything flash before his eyes. It just was crazy to see such a star. These stars are like supernovas. They blow up real fast, and it's crazy to see just a star. You know, not that he's over, but it's definitely not the same as it was. He gave us some good times, but he kind of tainted it me on the ground, you know, being disrespectful still.
Yeah, it's not a good look. Not a good look for the guy. But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens here. It's going to be interesting. One thing about Conor McGregor is everyone's always interested. We've talked about him more on this podcast than anybody, so he's doing something. And yeah, it's going to be interesting going forward.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, definitely will. Well, I appreciate you guys letting me on.
Yeah.
Yep. No worries. Thank you,
Al.
Good
guest, man.
Thank you, Aaron. Take care.
So I'll say this out. People are kind of throwing money at the broadcast here and there.
Make me rich.
We're making you rich.
I'm going to go make another drink. Hold on 1 second. I'm still listening to you because I got the
shit. All right, he's listening. He's still on here. But anything donated or paid to this broadcast or any Call Me Al podcast, broadcast, whatever, will go back and be reinvested into the podcast. So it's maybe some equipment for Al, or
you got to get some equipment for me.
You got to get some equipment for him, and or it's going to be
another bottle of tequila.
Some tequila. It goes back into the podcast. The artwork, the artwork we made for this podcast isn't free. We got a voiceover coming soon. That's not free. And we're going to just keep reinvesting in the podcast. Anything given here. Sorry, I just dropped that on you, Al. I guess I should have asked you first.
You freaking prick.
Sorry, man.
I had plans for all this money.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. The t-shirt sales and everything else is something else. Don't forget.
Burks is. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. Go on.
Go for it, buddy.
Burks is asking, do we eventually get a studio for this show?
We could. Well, we live really far away from each other, but I would like to see at some point Al and I come together if this keeps going for a long time, and we could do a few together appearances, perhaps in a studio, and I'd be down for that for sure.
Build Al a wall.
I don't know what that means. Oh, we'll build you a wall.
I think like a studio wall. I don't know, man. What freaking look what I got behind me. I have to look at that.
It's fine. And actually,
that's the coast of Long Island right there. It doesn't get much better than that. What do we want? What kind of studio? What's wrong with my studio?
He actually sounds good. It's coming out good. We'll talk about that. But maybe a microphone someday, maybe a laptop. Everything goes back into whatever. But we are going to do some T-shirts, and we got someone designing them now. Iaquinta 316. I just sold your house. Boom.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
That's going to be sick.
Since we've got 1.7, what is it? 1.8 thousand people on here.
Oh no, he cut off. You cut out, buddy. Uh-oh. Oh, you're back.
I feel bad. I hung up on Marab, but we're on the podcast.
Okay,
I got to call the guy back. He's probably calling me about. I got to get tested for COVID before I go to Georgia.
Oh damn.
What was I talking about before that?
I don't remember now. Shit.
Fuck. Oh yeah. Someone. Yeah, never mind. I don't know.
No, dude. Oh, 1.8 thousand viewers. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, 1.8 thousand. So what's 1% of that?
Golly.
1%.
Somebody do math.
If I advertise for real estate right now, I should get 1% of the people should be, according to studies and such, should be. Listen, we're selling houses nationwide. If you're looking to buy, sell, or rent anywhere in the country or the world, I got you. I told you I was going to do this. Now I'm doing it. That's my advertisement right there. That's the most advertising we're doing. That's the biggest sponsor we got is Raging Al Realty. Come on.
Yes. Oh, no, you're muted again, dude.
I am?
Oh, no, you're back. You're back. Okay, perfect.
I'm back. This thing might be dying now. Maybe this is dying. I don't know.
Who's this guy? Harold Dwoskin says he wants to see Al versus Diego too. Get out of here.
Get out of here. What the hell? Are you nuts?
He knows that touch of death now.
I'd love to fight that freaking guy. The other guy.
What's his name?
Kick his freaking
Fabian or something?
Yeah. That freaking guy. Oh, let's get Nick Lamagna. Nick Lamagna, what's up, dude?
Nick Lamagna. We didn't have him earlier, all right? I'm going to send him an invite.
Yeah, get him in here. Nick
Lamagna.
Guy's the best. Real estate tycoon.
Oh, shit.
He's a yo.
Is he on?
This guy is responsible for 90% of the real estate knowledge I have.
Wow. Keeping it realty.
Sweet.
I sent him an invite, so let's hope he figures it out.
Yeah, Nick.
Mike wants to know how many Happs accounts we created today. He thinks thousands. I say we got a lot of people here just to talk to Al. So it's beautiful.
Man. I'm happy with this Happs thing. I wouldn't have never heard about it.
I know.
What you're doing. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
All right, Nick, I sent you an invite, buddy. Hopefully it worked out. I'll send you another one. John Siri says, you remember that weird-ass real estate guy we met in the sauna? He still texts me. Oh, John Siri must be a buddy of yours.
Yeah. We were down in Atlantic City, and we were cutting weight. I believe Dennis Bazooka was fighting.
Oh, that's
up and coming stud. Dennis Bazooka is supposed to fight this weekend. Unfortunate injury to his clavicle, broken, but he'll be back. But yeah, we were cutting weight. I don't know. You see, this MMA, just some weird people get gravitated to it because we were in the sauna and this guy just started talking to us and we can't escape. The guy's got to cut weight. You know what I mean? Most people, a weirdo comes up to you in the sauna and you're like, all right, dude, we're out of here. But we couldn't leave, so we were trapped talking to this guy for like freaking hour. And he wouldn't leave, and he was talking to us about this and that. And at first, I was like, "Oh shit, this guy sounds like he's, he does some big business, good deals. Who knows? Maybe a good guy to know. Still might be. But there's a point where it's like, all right, dude, just I don't care what you do, just get the hell out of here. And then he was starting to get weird. He was like, and you're in a sauna, so it's like, bro, come on, leave us alone. Leave us alone. We got things to do. We were stuck. Yeah. Yeah, and then poor John, he was like, yeah, can I get tickets to the fight? I was like, oh, this is his manager right here. John took his number, so now he gets text from the guy.
John said he winded up being the asshole getting stuck with his number.
That's it.
All right, I invited Nick on. So the good thing is, guys, once we get this figured out, I mean, you'll be able to get on easily. So Nick's having trouble getting on. So Nick, if you want to shoot me your number, I can call you. Al seems to know you. I can do that real quick.
100%.
And, somebody cursed. Okay, that's okay. You know, we're good with the cursing. Don't worry about that.
I don't like that talk.
I think people from the Happs team did. Oh, give him his number too. We got a lot of New York drops here, guys. So since we're testing things out, we can do some of these drops we haven't played yet. So let's see. We did the booing me ones. You heard that one, right, Al? So
Better not boo me.
oh, I love it. Every time I hear that. You booing me?
Are you guys booing me?
Hell no. Who would do that? Who would boo you? And then an old-fashioned, we're in the podcasting business now, Al. You and I, so.
And that's where the big bucks start rolling.
That's right, baby. Another Queen's drop right there. All right, so Nick, my Kopenhaver wants Peter's number. That's hilarious. I got your number now, Peter. So, I'm going to text you, Nicky Knuckles. All right, I got you. Nick, I'm calling you right now. I got your contact info. Maybe. It's not working here. Let me see here.
These numbers are 1.8.
Happs Sports. Everyone wants sports. I want sports. We all want sports. All right, I'm calling you, Nick. It's going to be, here we go. Nicky Knuckles. I love the nickname.
Yo.
Nicky Knuckles?
What's going on?
Yeah.
My man.
Welcome to the Call Me Out podcast.
I love it. It's going fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you. See, I forgot I had this. Yes, absolutely. What's going on?
Nothing much, man. I'm excited that Al's getting the podcast going again. We get to see him every week and hear what he's got to say.
Well, I think a lot of people excited.
Nicky, I've been watching your podcast all the time, and I'm just trying to be like you, my man.
Much
podcast, podcast, the A Game. Everybody, I've been a guest on it, and everybody that's been on it, it's I always learn too much. I got to keep listening. I got to listen to them over and over again because it's real estate focused, a lot of jiu-jitsu focused, but incredible podcast, a lot of knowledge being dropped all the time. And it's inspiring. It's inspiring to the people that he has on have a lot of, just goal setting, stuff like this. So it's one of my favorites for sure.
I really appreciate it. But what they don't know about you is you got up in front of a room in Hawaii with 100-something of some of the top real estate investors in the country with no planning and put on a sick presentation. Got a standing round of applause, and people were following you all over the island, asking you for autographs. And Al was a man of the people, taking time to talk to everybody. He was the most popular guy in Maui.
Nice.
So a good presentation. I don't know how good it was. I think they were cheering, because it was all right. But
no, it was good, man. It was awesome.
Yeah. Look, it was I get so nervous getting up in front of people like that. I was sweating. It was hot. It was Maui. I was freaking sweating.
You fought in front of 25,000 people 2 days before that. And that made you nervous as the ballroom of 100 of us?
It was 75,000 in Australia. And it was
holy crap.
Literally a week before that. And yeah, I get to Maui, and it was a real estate seminar. Learned a ton, and I was sitting there all week learning. And we go out, we hang out in Maui, and then Nicky comes up to me and he was like, "Would you be down to speak tomorrow?"
And I was like, sure, let's do it. I like to get myself into these situations where I'm kind of in over my head. I was definitely in over my head. These people at this seminar, they had so much knowledge, and so they've had so many, they're all making incredible money investing in real estate. Me, I definitely didn't stack up against any of them, but I learned a ton from them. And I just went up there and I spoke kind of on the similarities between real estate and MMA. There's a lot of it's really just about how hard you work and getting the edge on everybody else, and then other things as well. But yeah, that was an incredible time, and I can't thank Nicky. You're the man for introducing me to this whole world of real estate, man. It's crazy.
Man, you were already on the way. You're really good at taking advantage of opportunities, not making excuses, and that's why you'll always be on top of whatever you do.
I try, man. I try. So what'd you think about? One thing we haven't talked about this weekend is the one thing we haven't talked about today about this past weekend was the Sean O'Malley fight. The tequila started.
Oh, the Chris. I tried to friend request him and surprise you with him as a guest, and I got nothing so far. And then I tried Chris, the guy that fought O'Malley.
Oh shit! Freaking warrior!
The Massachusetts zombie.
Awesome, man.
You watched the fight this weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was great, man. That kid went in there. I can't believe they stopped it like that at the end. And I love what Longo was saying. It's like, if you were going to stop at the beginning. What are you doing in the last 30 seconds? It's crazy, the poor guy. But, yeah, man, that guy took advantage of the opportunity. That was awesome to see. But O'Malley looked good, man. It's almost sad for him because the talk is all about how tough the other guy is and not about how crisp O'Malley looked. But, both of them, I think, showed good traits there.
No, O'Malley looks good. That poor guy, he was brought into. They knew exactly what they were going to get with that fight. That was what they wanted, and that's what they got. I don't know. I mean,
the kid's a flyweight too, right?
What's that?
The kid's a flyweight, right?
Oh shit! I didn't even know that. I
Yeah,
guess so.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either.
You know what he did? In his other fights, he did look a little more shredded up in this one. But going up a weight class and going the whole distance, man, what a tough son of a gun that guy is, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
they should have given him Marab. Let Marab take O'Malley out on that.
No shit.
Well, they should have freaking done that. Marab said that he would have taken that fight, and then he was going to fight the other guy after. And I'm sure the UFC shut that down because they didn't want the second fight to get messed up, and then and also they're cash cow right now. This guy, he's not even ranked, and he's probably one of the top, one of the top guys as far as fans go. They didn't want him. They didn't want him in there with Marab guaranteed, and O'Malley didn't want to be there with Marab. Yeah, and you see afterwards he calls out everybody, but he doesn't say Aljo. First off, you're gonna call everybody. You're gonna call Peter Yan. You're gonna call all the other guys he called out. You don't call out the champ. You don't say the champ's name.
What's wrong with
you don't say Marab's name because those guys are savage on the mat.
He doesn't. He don't want none.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he wanted any of that. But yeah, like the guy Chris, I was rooting for him hard. I thought he fought tough.
I did too. I mean, but shit, that was a lot of strikes he walked into, man. It was hard. That was hard to watch.
No, for sure. Yeah, it was. But I think they should have let it go, right, Nicky? They let it go. You gotta let it go.
100%. At that point, you gotta let the guy finish. I mean, he took all that the whole time. He came forward the whole time. He took the fight on short notice, like put himself out there. I think you should have let him go out on the shield. I didn't think he was in that much trouble at the end. He ain't with that uppercut, and that's kind of where they stopped it. But he turned around and he was flat after. Sometimes you look at the guy's reactions, you could tell that they were like, all right, I get it. But he seemed like he could have definitely finished out that fight, and I think they should have let him.
Nah, 100%. They should have stopped it before it even started.
Mm-hmm.
Or let the guy go to the freak after all that. And he was like fighting back at the time. He was taking a lot of shots, but he was still fighting back.
Yeah, I mean, for a guy to come in, his record was like 9-4, I think. You know, it's not. You know, usually guys, and he was only on a 2-fight winning streak. Lost the 2 before that. Interesting call to bring this guy into the UFC. There's definitely, and he's from the East Coast. You would think there's a guy like 7-0, 8-0 in Las Vegas that's just jumping at the chance to fight a guy like O'Malley and would have given him a fight, it would have been pushed O'Malley, tested O'Malley. But this wasn't really a test. It was kind of a showcase for O'Malley and a showcase for Chris of his toughness. And I mean, look, the toughness definitely, bar none, second to none. There's no, but you can't take that. It's people see that from the outside and they're looking in, and that takes years. That takes years off, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Lago put up a great point too. That if Herky was going to stop it, he should have started giving him warnings first, like, "Hey, fight back! I'm going to stop it," or said something to him in between the rounds of like, if you start not shooting back and getting hit too much like that, be aware I'm going to stop it. Give him something instead of just out of nowhere like that. It really wasn't fair.
Yeah, there was no warning. I don't remember any warning. It was just
he just waved it off like out of the blue.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I don't know if you guys saw mybookie.ag, little plug there. I don't know, they're not sponsoring it, but I'll give it to them anyway. They hooked me up with the other thing. But I made a bet that O'Malley was going to win by TKO or KO as a prop bet, -300.
Nice.
And with the 30 seconds left, I was like, Chris, get him. And then they stopped it. I was like, motherfucker, what the hell are they stopping it for? And I was like, oh, shit, it actually looks pretty good for me. I won the freaking mybookie.ag. Everyone talks shit that I always pick wrong.
What's your promo code, Al?
It's either Raging Al or Raging 20. I just bet twice and use both of them,
Sweet. Al, we are we're running over 2 hours here, man. This is crazy. It went by quick.
Yeah, thanks for having me out, guys. I'll let you get back
Nicky,
to doing your thing. I'll see you soon, Al.
Nicky, I'll see you soon, man. You gonna be around anytime soon?
Yeah. I'll be back in a couple of weeks, man. I'll shoot you a text. We'll definitely get together.
This is awesome.
I dropped the ball last time, man. I was all over the place, but now I'm.
That's all good, man. I understand.
If we can get Al on Happs, we can get him everywhere. He'll never drop the ball again.
Happs is doing good stuff, man. I like the interaction on it, man.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
Thank you, Nicky.
Nicky, thank you for everything, brother. I'll talk to you soon. Be well.
Take it easy.
All right, man. I listen. We're about to cross 2,000 viewers. Awesome.
Oh, Peter Bittner just threw us 50 cents, a high five
Yeah,
award.
he's been throwing money at us the whole time.
Make me rich.
Yes.
Come on.
People have been throwing $5, $1, little bits here and there. We're gonna pay for this cover art by the end of this podcast, bud.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Somebody else. What do we got? Don't spend it all in one place, my man.
Look at this. We should do a 24/7 live stream. That might be a little tough, but it'd never turn it off. He says, "This is Harold Dwoskin." Thanks, Harold.
My man.
Any relation to Jeff? I think. Go ahead.
I'm surprised. So I get hate in my DMs. I get hate all the time, and I never respond to anybody. They just sit there, and I never open them. I never respond to them. They just sit. And I'm like, I can see the beginning of what they say, and I can tell that it's a hate.
Yeah.
So I don't open it. And then when we were doing this, I messaged every single one. I said, hey, if you got a problem, we can talk on the podcast. And I sent them the link. I said,
yeah,
sign up, get on here. I'll give you a piece of my mind. The only guy that did it was the first guy.
NotoriusStylebender.
NotoriusStylebender. I got to give him credit. He's the best of the worst.
Yeah.
And the rest of them, I'm gonna go on and I'm gonna freaking make fun of them. I'm coming back.
Oh,
I'm going back at him. Listen, you had your shot, dude. You had your shot. We're gonna put your face up here from your freaking wherever you're at, talking crap.
Yeah, none of this hide behind the camera. Don't do that thing where you put a picture. I want to see your damn faces. If you're gonna come on here and talk shit,
Yeah,
show
Notorious
your
thought
face.
that he didn't freaking put his face on it. He's a freaking guy.
So Burks just said he wanted me to DM Kevin Lee and tell him to get on the podcast. I did twice. He still hasn't gotten back to me. His Twitter DMs are open. So
can we call Kevin Lee?
I DM'd him. But his DMs are open on Twitter. So I'm sure Instagram too. You can message him there. So anyone follows Kevin Lee, tell him Al would love to have him on the podcast.
I'd love to have him on. We talk about his upcoming fight.
Yes, he had to pull out.
Get Dillon Danis on here. I'm freaking.
Oh, fucking Dillon Danis. Come on. He did retweet a tweet of mine, thinking it was you. So I told him if he ever crossed the street again, I'd.
Sounds about right. That dummy. Freaking meet him behind Mulcahy. Kick his freaking ass.
I told him I'd take him down and make him say escrow, and he thought it was you.
I'd love to have Ross Pearson on the podcast, to be honest with you.
Ross Pearson? Oh, yeah.
Someone just mentioned, Harold just said, invite Ross Pearson on the podcast. We're going to have some incredible guests on this podcast. And I'm really looking forward to it. Ross Pearson is somebody that I would love to have. He was a guy that I watched coming up. He was on The Ultimate Fighter. The England, was it the England season? The England versus somebody, was it? I forget. But I remember watching him. And then years later, I'm getting locked in a cage all the way in Australia, Sydney, Australia. And it was like the first it was a co-main event. I was like, what the hell is going on? And that's when it all like really sunk in. We tried fly halfway across the world, Aljamain and Johnny Bonilla Bowman.
You know what'd be fun?
The three of us go across to Australia. And I fell in love with Australia. Incredible. I'd love to have Ross Pearson on the podcast. Ended up fighting years later, but looked up to that guy always, still do.
He went down to 145 for a minute, didn't he?
He did. He did, I think.
Yeah. Damn.
Crazy. Oh, someone's talking about Harold. Harold is, I freaking like this guy. He's going the single leg into the spinning elbow. Kevin Lee was about an inch from death. I hit him on like the freaking I hit him on like the tricep, or it was like the forearm or whatever it was. But if I would have caught him on the freaking elbow, good night, Irene. And it would have done him better because I embarrassed him in the end of the fifth round. But
yeah, he
probably would have been better off just sleeping.
What if we get a TUF reunion on here from when you were in the house?
Oh,
it would be fun, dude.
Darren get Cruikshank and Mike Chiesa and Diogo Proctor. I could go on forever. These guys are the best. We had a great team. Cristiano Marcelo. I got some funny stories about Cristiano Marcelo from the Ultimate Fight. I'm not gonna tell him now, but we're gonna have to get him on the podcast and we can tell him. But he's the one that notoriously choked out Charles Crazy Horse Bennett in the back of with a triangle choke in the back of the Pride Arena, during that Vanderlei Silva fight.
Oh damn!
Yeah, that guy was the best, and he was Charles Bennett is nuts,
dude.
Mike, you're right, he is. I freaking love that guy. I love crazy people, man.
He's the one that weighed in with like no towel, right?
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. I don't remember that, but I'm sure he did. He was out of his freaking. He still is. Now he's like Charles. He's like felony, right?
Yeah, Felony Bennett.
And yeah, I mean, he actually tried out for the Ultimate Fighter the same season that I was on. And when they did the interview, that's like the biggest part of the Ultimate Fighter. So you hit pads and then you grapple. And basically, they kind of know who they want through that. It's kind of just like a formality. Maybe one guy will stand out and they'll pick them to go to the interview. But then the third round of the tryout is the interview. And they were talking to me about something, and Charles Crazy Horse Bennett, I was like, please. I was like, if I get on this show, do not put this guy in the house with me. The guy smells like shit. He's out of his freaking mind. And they loved it. I think that's the reason that I got on the show, is because I made fun of Charles Crazy Horse Bennett. Meanwhile,
I'm like his biggest fan. I think I'm the biggest Charles Crazy Horse Bennett fan there is. But I mean, it probably would have been crazy to be on the season with him, but never happened. I don't know. Not a great story, but.
But
what else do we got? Do we got somebody else getting in here? Let's get one or two more.
One more. Let's do one more. All right.
We're still climbing. I was wondering maybe we can get over to 2K, but that'll be a goal for next week. I don't know.
All right, one more. So the first one says, "I want in. I will bring them in." Let's see. We'll bring them in, but we've had a lot, man. This has been cool. I mean, you brought a lot of people on today. Shit. I mean, it was a little shaky at first. We got you on. We got Ariel. You got Ariel Helwani. That's amazing.
How is that?
This is amazing. Harold, do you want to come on? You want to say hi? I'm going to invite Harold. Let's invite Harold. He's had some good comments here. Harold, I'm inviting you right now. Better than Bilal's podcast. I like Bilal, but thanks. That's funny.
I like Bilal too. That guy, he's awesome. I'm not. What does he got? Like a trivia thing, right?
Yeah, him and Jason Anik and Cody Merrow, I think, who also does Aljo's podcast, I think produces that. And then he also produces Anik and Florian. So that's pretty cool. All right. So I invited Harold. And if he, let's see, Mike Ronan's going to ask next time. All right. Oh, did Harold work? Harold. God, Harold, dude. All right, Harold. Bringing you on. I think your camera's off, but your microphone's on. What's up, Harold?
1.9.
Dude, we're crossing. We're gonna cross 2,000 because of Harold. But I don't think your mic's on somehow. You may have to enable your mic. Can you hear us? No. Okay, so we can't hear you.
I saw the freaking thing go away. I thought we had him. Harold, we're rooting for you, brother. We're rooting for you.
Oh, is it coming back? Harold? Oh, bummer. What's the matter, Harold?
Mike says we're at 2.2 in the real count. I don't know what that means.
Nice. Okay, try leaving and coming back, Harold. Okay, he's trying it. Thanks for your help, Peter. He's going to try leaving and coming back. We're going to get all these kinks worked out. I think Happs is working hard. They obviously want this podcast to succeed. Call me out podcast. All right. Maybe I should send him one more invite on all eyes. Oh, he sees 2.2 thousand. That's cool. All right. Peter says for sure he's going to work on that. All right. So it's going to be a more streaming, better streaming, especially for newer people. Like if we're going to have a call-in show, we're going to have a call-in show. And
we're freaking getting it. We made so much progress. I was inches away from freaking smashing glass. Trying to get in. There's no one here. I was just yelling. I was going, fuck! Ah! Let me in! Let me in! If anyone saw that, they'd know how freaking crazy I was.
The comment, dude. All right, I'll tell you what, Harold, you figure this out for next time. We may not. You're going to Georgia, so we may not get a chance to broadcast again until the end of the month.
I don't see if these guys are calling in from freaking. Where are they calling in from? Ireland and England. We should just do it from Georgia. Fuck it, right?
Oh fuck yeah! If you can do it, I will do it. And I'll have voice and everything by then. So
no better place to do it than freaking Georgia.
Yes, and not Atlanta, Georgia, people, like Georgia.
The Republic of Georgia.
The Republic of Georgia. Harold, we'll figure it out for next time, buddy. I think we're going to sign off. I have a good sign off that I haven't run it by you yet, right?
I love your surprises. Let's fucking go.
You love it? I was like, fucking, this has been the Call Me Al podcast. Don't settle for asking price. We'll see you next time.
Don't settle for freaking asking price. You get a deal on everything. Everyone's getting a deal. You're selling anything. You're selling anything. You got a little bungalow. We're selling it nationwide, anywhere in the country. This has been a pleasure. Thank everybody, all 6 million people watching. I freaking love you all.
Yes. And we'll be up on YouTube. Next time we'll be streaming on YouTube along with Facebook, Twitter, and everything else. And we may even start a Call Me Al podcast Facebook page as well. The sky's the limit, man.
That's it. The sky's the limit. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Aaron, you're the man, bro. You made this happen. This is sick. You're the freaking man. Come on.
God damn, we got to hear the song.
I'm out of here.
One more time. We're out.
So if you be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. Well, I can call you Betty.